Hello, hello, guys. Thanks for joining me for the new Thursday night live sale. Tonight, we will be traveling the globe searching for wonderful paper goods. I have things from Japan, I have things from France, of course, and I also have things from Spain. I have things from, there's one missing. Oh my gosh, I can't even remember now, but there's things from everywhere. We're going to be talking about upcoming journal kits. We're going to be doing some paper packs tonight. We're going to do some books. We have a new ledger paper pack, which is like to die for ledger pages in this ledger page pack. Lots of fun things happening. Thank you all for joining me. I know it's weird because it's Thursday and not on Tuesday, but thank you guys for doing that. And this is going to happen every week now. So every week we're going to be here on Thursdays. I'm excited because it allows me more time with you guys, and it allows me to kind of start to clear out some of this excess inventory that I have, as you can see, stacked behind me and every other place throughout here. So yeah, it's going to be good. You guys will see a lot more choices, a lot more inventory to choose from. You guys can, maybe you're in the mood for something one night, and, it gives us four chances to sell on one invoice. So that's also good. If you guys have questions tonight, if it's something about the item that I'm showing, or tonight's live sale, you can ask it in the live chat. If it's something about, like, you have an invoice that you have a question about, or you have a package you have a question about, something specific like that, I'll ask you guys to hold those questions until the end of the live sale, and then I'll address them one-on-one with you guys that way. I did answer some of the email questions while we were at the doctor's office just before I was live. So some of you know, I was sitting there waiting for the doctor to come in the room. You know how, like, you have to be there 15 minutes early, and we went 30 minutes early because sometimes if you're early, the earlier you are, maybe they can take you earlier, and maybe you can get out of there earlier so I can come home and be live with all of you. And so we went early, and of course, the time you go early, the doctor's running late. So anyway, we were sitting there for a while. While I was there, I was answering your messages. So hopefully you guys got that. Yeah, we're doing invoicing every 2 weeks still. Nothing's changed with that. It's still every 2 weeks. That is a fairly recent change. It changed about a month ago or so, 6 weeks ago. So you'll have Tuesday, Thursday live sale this week, and you'll have Tuesday and Thursday live sale next week. And then that will all be combined on one invoice with one shipment. Now, the shipment can have 5 boxes in it if it needs it, but it's still one invoice and one shipment. And I think that's easier for all of us, right? You have less packages to track. You have less shipping fees to pay. I have, a little bit of a chance to, instead of packing 4 individual packages, I can send one larger package for a lot of you. And that way, we can go in the flat rate box, which is cheaper than sending the 4 individual packages. The USPS has increased, or is about to. I never keep track of it. I get the notice from Pirate Ship and it tells me rates are going up. I just go ahead and put that in my mind and figure out what I need to do. But this time when I looked into the rate increases with USPS, they were the most significant rate increases I've seen in a long time. So I do think shipping every 4 sales is going to save a lot of money, because even a small package these days is running $8, $9, $10, $12. So hopefully you guys like it. We're going to go through this cycle, and you guys can let me know your thoughts on it, but I think it'll work out better. Plus, the text messaging service seems to be working great. For messages so far, I haven't been able to get all of you guys registered. Once I get more of you registered, then I can start sending the reminders for the live sale through the text messaging service. So all of that's working great. You guys are doing great in the Facebook group challenges. Thank you all for participating in that. You guys are crafting along. You're crafting a ton of things and posting the pictures in the Facebook group, which is a lot of, inspiration for everyone else who's in the Facebook group, just scrolling, whether you're on your lunch break or whatever, and you're just scrolling and you're looking at all everybody else's posts. It gives you ideas of things that you might like to make. So it's a good thing all the way around. It's kind of like a big, beautiful, happy circle where when you make something and you post it and somebody else sees it and then they make something and they post their version of it, and then the cycle just repeats itself over and over again. So that's great. It's a great thing to do for the community as a whole, even. It just keeps us all inspired in crafting. So anyway, that's all the chit chat I really had. That was a whole, I know. I could talk for a really long time. That was really all the chit chat stuff that I had for tonight. It was just, kind of rushing home to get here and get this live started. Thank you for being patient with the 1 hour later schedule because I had to take my son to the doctor. Everything is fine. He just needed something taken care of and he had to go in to get it done. So all good there. And then just as one quick reminder, and then we're going to get this sale started. One quick reminder that Friday's crafting class was not going to happen tomorrow because I'm having a tiny little procedure, nothing to stress about. I can't do it because even though my procedure is in the morning, it's IV sedation and I don't want to be live on camera after having IV sedation. I don't think that would be a very good show. So I think we're going to skip this Friday and then next Friday we'll start working on some other projects. I have a giveaway journal that I need to do and also finishing up journals that I've started in previous months. So that's what June is all about. All right, guys, we're going to get started. How are you guys doing out there? How's your week going? Because I don't usually get to talk to you until Friday. So how's your week going? And usually Friday, I'm like, oh, have a great weekend. I will still say that at the end of this. However, now I'm checking in on Thursday. How's your week going? Oh my gosh, guys. Good, good. Awesome. Love it. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Thanks for joining. We are gonna have lots of paper goods tonight. I know we did a lot of books on Tuesday. I have lots of paper good. Oh, it's fine. Don't even stress about it. It's so small. It's ridiculous. Oh my. Yep. Yep. I might make something creative and unexpected, or I might just be like loopy and crazy and stuff like that. So it's just probably not a good idea to do a live on a day where you're having IV sedation. I don't think I want to have that video out there for all of eternity. Oh my gosh. It is getting hot. It's getting hot everywhere. It's been very warm here. My week's been good. Definitely good. Getting a lot done. All right, guys. You guys seem like you're ready. You're chatty a little bit. It's hard to tell. Like sometimes you guys come in and you're super, super chatty, and sometimes you guys come in and you're quiet. Maybe it's just Thursday and you're quiet. You're exhausted from your week so far. Uh-oh. Oh my gosh. 112. Yes, it is very warm. Hang on just 1 second. I just got paper delivery. Yeah. I got paper delivery. So now I have to find a place to put it. All right. Month's challenge is good for you. Getting your stuff done. That's the intention. I just need to get that started. All right. I'm going to switch the camera down. We're going to start this sale up. If I can find it. There it is. All right. So how is this lighting today? How is the lighting going to behave today? It is always a challenge. It's got autofocus turned on, so let's get that set. It always resets itself, and I can't figure out why. It just, it can't behave itself from one sale or show to a next. All right, there we go. We're good. So I do have some rag paper packs for tonight. Yep, rag paper dictionary paper packs. There's a lot of good dictionary pages in those. And I have some fabulous ledger page packs, and that's what he brought in. I have the Japanese ephemera packs. Those are here tonight. Hello, guys. Oh my. All right, so let's do it. I have a question to ask. For those of you that were here on Tuesday and wanted more fabric samples tonight, I have asked this before, I'm just going to ask it again. Are you guys okay with waiting to the end of tonight's live sale to look at more fabric samples? The Japanese packs are super cute. Let me grab those. I'll show you. The Japanese paper packs look like this, and they have the antique kimono fabric pieces in them. So there's kimono fabric pieces and a bunch of different patterns and a bunch of different colorways. Super cute. So that's those. A preview of them. If I keep piling all this paper in my chair, you know it's going to fall off. The kimono pieces are so beautiful. I did not get to keep any for myself because there isn't that many to go around, but it was beautiful. Really beautiful. Fun to play with and put in the kits for you guys. Okie doke. Do you guys want to start with the Japanese ones? Because we just did them. We might as well just finish them. So the Japanese ones, we'll start in Japan tonight. We'll start our worldly travel. Oh my gosh. We will start our worldly travels. That's without IV sedation. Can you imagine how it would be? So we're going to start our worldly travels in Japan tonight. So there is a Japanese paper ephemera pack and the fabric kimono piece inside of there. This one has a big butterfly on the kimono part. I will open them up and show you, but let me show you some of the fabric. So there's two that should match each other each time, because there's two fabric samples for each colorway. This one is really big, beautiful flowers on a soft blue. This is like a pinky mauve with flowers. There's two of these, and these are more, it's an eggplant purple, green, and some gold and an orange. There's two of these. So we're going to do them random, but I'm showing you what what the pile is. And then I'm just going to pick whatever one is on top when your name is called. And that's the one you're going to get. So there's that. I'll probably just make a list. So it'll be a surprise for you. You won't know till you get it. I'll just make a list. This one is a super soft pink with very large flowers. This one has like origami cranes. Origami cranes, I think that's what those are. And then beautiful reds. It is a nice red, it's a Christmassy red, not an orange red. And then blue. This is actually purple. It might look blue, but it is purple. And then there's one that's really dark eggplant. It might be looking black to you guys. It is, but it is an eggplant color in real life. And a pinky peachy one. Pinky peach. So those are the colors that we have to choose from. Well, not really choose, but random. But that's what it is. Okay, so what is inside the pack? Let's take a look and see. It's a small ephemera pack because getting things from Japan isn't always easy. They're not really plentiful. So let's do these. We have, first, this is two little pages. Two little pages like this. So it is front and back of a book page, but they're super cute and tiny, like they're tiny. And then this is a piece of kimono, and you can see like it's it's just perfect. And then you get, most of them are a text book page here. This one happens to be more of the printed handwriting, but most of the other ones are text. I'll show another one so you can see it. But there's a single book page like this. This is a book page folio. So you'll get, and this is the washi paper. So you'll get a folio of that. And you'll get a folio of this one. I don't know if I can open it up, but a folio of this one. And this one's pretty big. And again, it's washi paper. I'm not sure. I think they call it washi paper in Japan, but I'm not really sure. And then you get the big one in the back. And the big one in the back, just so you know the size, the big one in the back is 8 and 8 1/4 roughly by 10 3/4. And the one in the back is a very cottony, fibery, like watercolor type paper. And it's got the larger print on it. So it's beautiful. And you got all different kinds, right? Different kinds of print or text. This one is handwritten. I think the other ones are printed, but they are really beautiful. I'm not a Japanese paper expert, but that's that. And so we're going to do these. It's enough material to scan and make a beautiful digital. It's enough material to make plenty of ephemera things for a junk journal, pages, whatever you want to do there. But with one pack of this, you could scan it and then print it out over and over again and make, pages or pockets or whatever you want to do. The fabric, I think, would be beautiful scanned and then printed back out. And it is a good size piece of fabric. The size varies a little bit because some of the pieces were bigger, but that's about 6.5 by about 7. So, and some are slightly larger and some are slightly smaller, but they're all pretty much in that range. So there's that. Okay, let's do these. And I'm sorry about the glare, but you know how it is. If I put them in packaging first, there's glare. So, first up tonight, Japanese. What are we going to call these? Just ephemera pack? Let's call them ephemera packs. Japanese ephemera pack with the piece of kimono. And we're going to do these because of the kimono, I have to do them at 20. The kimono is quite expensive when you find old kimono. And this is all old. So we're going to do them at 20. I only have 30 packs. So I don't know if we're going to need 30 or not, but I only have the 30. I have no more kimono pieces left and I cannot find any either. I've had those for a little while now. So I'm going to put this in. When you see the word go, when you see me put it in, then it's time to come in for it. And to buy, for all you new people out there, all you need to do to buy is follow the instructions in the description box and then send over your information in the text message following, those instructions. And then you're able to purchase. If you guys are using a different name tonight, you have to tell me what your name is every single time you claim. Even when you're asking questions, sometimes I don't know who you are because I don't know what your real name is. Do you know what I mean? So it's just helpful when you guys are here, when we're live, if you use your real name. Alrighty, so I'm going to make a list for these. And first person in tonight is Mary Robb. And these are the Japanese ones. We have some other Japanese paper items tonight too. Mary Robb, thank you. Next, we have Allison R. Thank you. And we have Linda R. Linda Ray. I can't ever figure out that one. Danny H. Thank you. Marcella T. And we have Rebecca S. My daughter and her husband are going to be honeymooning in Japan a little bit later. Right now they're expecting, so they're going to wait for that first. Good choice. Deborah K is next. Thank you. And CCR next. Tori B, thank you. Melanie, hello Melanie, it's been a minute. Melanie S, thank you. Oops, my pen's giving out. All right, Melanie, thank you. And Veronica H, thank you. And did I miss anybody? Nope, we're good. Amy D, thank you. Claudia CB, thank you. Shauna H. Thank you. I see the ×3. If I can, I sure will. I wrote it down for you. And then Catherine R. Thank you. Christelle. Hello, Christelle. Christelle, thank you. And then Teresa R. Teresa R. Karen J. Thank you, guys. Karen J. After Karen, we have Lena. Lena, and then Paula B. Paula B. Rose O. Lucille. Lucille L, I believe. Is that correct? Lucille L. And then Randy R. And let me count these one quick second. All right, let me see who else we have on this list. I see Randy and then Mary Rob again, just making sure. Paula B, I didn't miss you. I've got you, hun. You have to keep in mind when you guys are looking at the listed names on your device, it's going to be different because through the streaming software, it pulls your comments over and it puts them in time-stamped order. So I'm going to read them out in the order they actually came in. And on your screen, it's just going to show you whatever YouTube feels like showing you up at the top up there. It's different. Okay, so it looks like I have enough to do 3 for Shauna H. And then I see another request here. Allison would like a second. So that takes me to 27. Yep, I just have you for 1, Mary. Just for 1. So I should have a couple extras of those, which is perfectly fine. All right, so there's that. Thank you guys very much for that. Appreciate it. Sherry, are you asking for a Japanese pack? Sherry M down there at the bottom. Paula B wants a second. Okay, Paula, I've got that. Thank you. Paula. I know you're on here. You're on the backside. First name on the backside. Paula for 2. Paula B. Just logged on. Okay. Okay. Me, no, just logged on. Okay. Danny H would like a second. Danny H. That should do it for us. There may be one left, but I don't want to oversell. So that should do it for us, guys. Thank you so much. There we go. Next up. Oh, I have things from Italy tonight. That's the other country. Let's do these embroidery things that we were going to do. Okay, I lied. We're going to stay in Japan. It's just better to get this stuff off the table so I have some more space. So I have a couple sets of books for you guys. These books here, they go like this. They open opposite of ours. So this is the front cover and it will open this way. Like that. So these are the books. I took one of these apart and put some folios in your pack, right? But these are the books. And so if you want your own full book, and each one of these pages is doubled over, and this is the washi paper. But if you want your own book, I have some left that we can do as whole books. And you saw that there's maps in here. There's quite a few maps in this one. I don't know what is in each book, but that's the first one. And you can see it's quite thick. It has a lot of pages, a little chunky. Then there's this one. It's a little thinner. Don't know if it has any maps in it. It doesn't look like it. It's just a regular book. Then there's this one. Again, just lovely, lovely paper to collage with, to play with. Adding a little strip of the Japanese writing pretty much anywhere is lovely. It's a great addition to a junk journal. So there's that. No more maps. Just that first one had maps. So, and it was also the thickest. So first person in will get the thickest one with the map. I'll show you the spines up close too. So the first one is this one here with the maps. And then all of these ones are about the same thickness and they don't have maps in them. Okay. So there's that. First person gets the one with the map. I have 6 total. 6 total. The dates on these they're pretty nearing 100 years old. I believe these are 1920s or 30s. They're not dated that I can read. I don't read Japanese. So I believe these are 20s or 30s. They're quite old. You guys can see. I mean, there's grubbiness. They're worn. They're definitely quite old. And I've had a lot of Japanese books over the years. I know the older ones. These ones, I feel pretty confident in the 20s and 30s. So let's go ahead and do these books. We're going to do Japanese whole books. And let's do these guys for $85. That is honestly a very good price for them. You can look them up and see very similar ones going with a 1 in front of that 85. Okay, so these are 85. First 6 people. The first person in will get the first one. And I'll put your name on these ones as we go. All right, so Christelle's got that first one, guys. She beat you. She beat you all. She has super fast internet tonight. Wow, that was quick, Crystal. So Shauna H is next. Thank you, guys. There's Shauna. And then after Shauna, we have Sandy M. That's Sandy with an I. Thank you very much. After Sandy, Cheryl M. Thank you, Cheryl. And after Cheryl, we've got Lena. Lena, thank you. And it looks like I've got one left. One orphan left. Anybody want him? He's last call. This is him. He's got quite a few pages, and remember, each one of these is doubled up. And it's just a lovely book full of material to tear and glue and cut and scan if you want, and do whatever you want to do with it. There you go. And Shauna's going to help me out. No orphans tonight. Thank you, Shauna. Thank you. Thank you. Alrighty. There are those. Next up. I'm always running out of space. Let's put these up here. Next, from Japan, we have these guys. These are very small books, and there's 4 of them. They're very small. They're very light green, a light pastel sagey green in color. And they're old. You can see the way that they're bound over here. This one's got a little missing corner part. These are handwritten here on the covers. And then printed on the inside. It's got some ephemera here in it, little calculations. And then there's that one. This one here appears to be nearly blank. It's got a little handwriting there, but not really much else going on in that one. It's got a little handwriting here, a little handwriting there. Same with this one. It's got handwriting, but only on those first couple pages. This one here, it has something sticking in it. Little handwriting, little ephemera up there at the top. Handwritten page here. Little handwritten there. And then that's it. So these are pretty small little books. Each one of them does have, A little bit different stuff inside of them. I just have these 4 for tonight. The size of these books, which I have been bad in not measuring, but the size is 6 inches by 8 3/4. 6 by 8 3/4. And we're going to do these guys. Japanese. It's trying to paste. Japanese small green books. We're going to do these at a whopping $20. Whopping $20. $20. Got 4 of them tonight, and they're just random. So I'm just going to go, I guess I'll start on this side because I showed this one first, and I'll work my way across. So there we go. That went in now. If you want one, let me know. Fun paper nonetheless. It is more of a, this one is more of a regular kind of a book page. Not really washi. It's a little different than what we have in the US, so it's kind of in between. Okay, Deborah K is first in. Deborah K, thank you. Thank you, thank you. Danny H is next. Thank you. After Danny, we have Randy. Randy R. Thank you. And we've got Tori. Thank you, Tori. Tori B. Perfect. Couple little Japanese books out of the way. Let's see what else we have in the Japanese book section. Okay, so these are actually books. I always want to turn them the right way for you guys. We have 6 of these. These are also in your paper pack tonight. There is a page from each of these, but this is the book. So it's like a printed, a printed paperback book. The cover appears to be handwritten, and the cover is washi paper. See how it's like tissue paper thin and flexing? It's washi paper over cardstock. So there's cardstock in here, but there's also washi paper. So this looks handwritten to me. I mean, you can see the ink even bleeds. So I'm pretty sure that's what that is. But this is printed in here. And there is a lot of pages in these guys. A lot. So there's those. Same thing here. A lot of pages. Same thing here. And here. And here. And here. So you guys get the idea. If you want a ton of super fun, and this is a smaller print size too, a smaller font size. So if you guys want a book of these, there is 6 of them. Let's go ahead and do those. We got paper scraps is what I meant to say. Sorry. All right. So Grace, what's your question, hon? Japanese, I believe. Yes. These came from Japan, so I'm assuming, because I do not read Japanese, I bought them in Japan, so I am pretty certain they are Japan. Let's go ahead and put these in. Japanese. And these are printed books. And let's do them. They're pretty thick and chunky. It's a lot of material in there. I'm going to do them at 45. These are also older books. This is nothing recent. I would say these are probably they're probably older than the 50s. I would say they're probably 30, 40s, but I'm not exactly certain, but they're definitely not new books. So Japanese printed books, we're doing $45 a piece for the first 6 people. It's going in now. Right now. The blooper reel. The blooper reel's real. It is. It's all out there for posterity. Okay. So this one goes to, first of all, Linda Ray. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Linda's got one. To be careful with the Post-its. on these because it's got that like tissue paper over the top. Linda, thank you. Lori C. Well, actually, it's Lori K. Lori K. Thank you. You guys are going to have Japanese clusters for a very long time. Cheryl M. Thank you. After Cheryl, we've got Rhonda. And that's Rhonda Baum. Thank you. After Rhonda, we've got Shauna. Shauna H. Thank you. And after Shauna, Nicole S. Nicole S. I apologize, guys. I only had the 6. I see a few of you asking down below after Nicole. So just so you guys know, Deborah, I see you, but you were after Nicole. Paula B after. Catherine R after. Just so you know. Asian things, it's super fun. Super fun. All right, so let's move on from there. And I have one tiny little book left and 2 book covers. So you know those tiny little pages in your paper pack? They came from a book like this. And it is a little bit older of a book because the staples inside of here were really rusty when I took them out. But these little books are super cute. So I have one intact book and I have 2 just little tiny book covers. Look at their spines though. Super cute. So we're going to do one intact, and I don't know how many pages it is, but you know, a lot. And they're doubled up too. And then we have 2 plain book covers that you guys can make into whatever you want. And they're in great condition. You're going to be able to make these into tiny little journals or whatever you want to do with them. But there they are. So I'm going to do an A pile and a B pile. The A is the book that's intact. Actually, we'll just do B and C. It'll be easier. A, B, and you guys can choose. B is slightly green, A is more of a neutral color, and C is orange. Okay? Very quickly, this is C. It's orange. My lighting, green, and beige. And this is the one that's an actual book. Okay, here we go. I don't know why tiny things are more cute, but they really are. Japanese tiny books. I'm just going to say books, even though, you know, B and C do not have pages. We're going to do I'm just going to put the go there. You guys are going to know because I'm going to price them right here on the table. We're going to do this guy for 20 and we're going to do these guys for 12. They are covered in, it looks like a flannel to us in the US, but it really isn't. All right, there we go. Those are in. And after that, I think that does it for items that I brought from Japan. After this, we are going to visit Italy for just a few moments. Okie doke. So the little guy, okay, Tori, you are first in and you are in any. Thank you very much. Rebecca S is saying B. So Rebecca S will get the B book. Thank you, Rebecca. Rebecca S. Perfect. And then Lucille L says A first. So that was her first choice. Lucille L. Thank you. And then the C book goes to Tori because she had an any. Tori B. Thank you guys. Well, that cleared out a Japanese bin for me. So I really appreciate that. Making some space. Got new things that need unpacked. All right, so let's go off to Italy for a few moments. I have a order or I had an order that was canceled because it wasn't paid for. So an unpaid order situation. Inside of that order was these items: a large Florentine notepad, a hardback journal, a medium notepad. This is the medium notepad. A small notepad. So large, medium, and small notepad, and a hardback journal. That's how we're going to start tonight, okay? Then we're going to do watercolor paper from Italy. So for these guys, I'm going to make little tags for them. A is the large Florentine notepad, and these are the last ones I have, and I'm not bringing these guys back in maybe till before Christmas. So these are the last ones, and I'm just going to price them at, you know, their unpaid order situation, so they'll be discounted. We're going to do the large notepad at $12, and that is $8 or so, well, $6 or so off. This guy here is B. He's the medium notepad, and tonight he is going to be, let's make him 8. C is the small notepad, and for tonight he's going to be 4. And this guy is the hardback journal, so it's a book that you can turn into an altered book or whatever you want to do with it, but it's got the Florentine paper on it. That guy's D, and we're going to make him 16 tonight, and he is the last one of those. All lasts. Okay. So there's the Florentine stuff we're starting with. This is from Italy. And I'm just going to put the go in. You guys see the prices here on the table. And there they go. And then after that, we'll do watercolor paper pads from Italy. And we will move on to another destination. Okie doke. So for these, you love the unpaid order situations. Okay, Melissa is in first, and she is claiming the B and the D, and it's allowed. I didn't say it wasn't. Melissa, thank you. The B and the D. Thank you, Melissa. You got it. Okay. There's those two. After Melissa, Lynette is claiming the B, but it's gone. Teresa R is an any. Wendy is an A, B, or any. So Teresa R is going to get the A. She was in first. Teresa R, the A. And then Wendy A is the C because she says any. And she was last. Alrighty. That takes care of that situation. Again, clearing out some space, much needed space for me, which I'm trying to find currently. The room is so full on sale nights because I have to pull everything from the other places I've stashed it away. All right. Thank you guys for coming in for those. I see many of you put in for them. I promise I will bring them later on in the year, closer to Christmas time. A lot of you guys like that kind of thing for gifting and whatever. They're going to have new patterns around that time, hopefully. So we're just going to bring them in around Christmas. Let's move on to the watercolor situation. Watercolor Italian paper pads come in 2 sizes, 2 colors, and 2 varieties. So we're going to talk about that. I'm going to pull them all over here. So we have, these are the white ones. So these are white watercolor paper pads. And these are the cardstock versions and the paper versions. So watercolor paper and watercolor cardstock. 2 different animals. I need to open this one so I can write your names on them. So if you have these already, You guys can tell people in chat how much you love them. I have one that I kept because it was sent to me as a sample from the company. And it is so thick and lovely. The watercolor paper from Italy is super high quality. It's very nice, thick paper. It takes ink really well. I have not actually watercolored on it. I'm not a watercolor artist. In all transparency, I'm not a watercolor artist. But I have inked it and used it for journal cards and that kind of thing. And it takes the ink really well. So I know that it is good watercolor paper. It has a very nice tooth to it, very textured. It also looks old, even though it is brand new. You know, this is current stuff that I ship over from Italy, but it looks like an old paper, and it has a deckled edge, a natural deckled edge all the way around it. So nothing is going to be a squared off brand new cut edge unless you cut it and make it that way. If you have the Tim Holtz deckle edge trimmer, this is real deckle edge. His deckle edge trimmer is decorative and it looks nice, but this is the real true deckle edge. And so this is the paper version, the thinner version. And then there is a cardstock version. The cardstock is 320 GSM or thereabouts. It might be 300 or 320. The regular paper weight is still a thick, sturdy watercolor paper. I don't offhand know what it is. It might tell me. It does not tell me, but it is nice and thick. I should have memorized it, but I did not. Anyway, so we have the cardstock and we have the paper, and these are the white color. So your paper is that true white watercolor paper, which is good for showing the real true color of your paints, your inks, your whatever. The other option is cream colored. So cream colored also shows your inks and your colors very nicely. But if you really want to keep that ink, you know, as true to the original color as possible, white is the way to go. If you want more of a vintage look when you're finished with your piece, cream is the way to go. You can vintage up the white also, but cream, it's already done for you. All right, so let's get these started. We're going to do white first, and then I'll do cream. So this is the white option. Your papers are white. We're going to do these in 2 rounds. I think it's easier that way. So we're going to do the large pads first in cardstock. The A pile is the cardstock. The B pile is the paper. It's not really paper. Calling it paper isn't really a great option. But there's watercolor cardstock and there's watercolor paper. These tablets each have 20 sheets in them. They also tear out of the tablet at the top in that natural decal. They have figured out how to make a paper pad where the paper will still come out of the pad with that deckled edge at the top. So you're not going to have a straight edge at the top. You're going to have a deckled edge at the top of both of these. These for size wise, now these, you know, in Italy they don't use inches. So they are about 8 1/4. They're slightly bigger than that by 12 1/2. So 8 1/4 by 12 1/2. We're going to do A and B. A is cardstock. B is the paperweight. I'm going to get these typed in. They are Italian watercolor pads. These are the large. And these guys are, I never can remember this. Oh my gosh. We're going to do these. Let me look in Square real quick. We're going to look for watercolor. It will tell me very quickly. All right. We've got the large watercolor pads are $19.50. The medium watercolor pads are $17. 19 and 17. We'll just do it 19 and 17. It's easier. 19 and 17. Okay. So you guys are going to claim them. I'm going to stick sticky notes on them with your name. 19/17. 17. The paper is the 17. I just did that wrong, but that's totally fine. We're going with it. We're going with it. I'm having one of those hot moments. It's not fun. And when you're like this age and it's Arizona, it's not fun. Okay, so Amy K is in first, and she's going to take a B. Thank you, Amy. That's Amy K. Perfect. After Amy K, we've got Karen SH, and she wants one of each. So Karen SH and Karen SH. You guys watched what I did. Thank you very much. Thanks, Karen. All right. And then Amy D. Amy D is going to take the A1. Thank you. There's Amy's. And we've got Tara B for A. Tara B for A. Thank you. And we have Sherry M. Sherry M. And she would like, she has the A first, so we'll give her an A first. Thank you, Sherry. And Sarah F. Sarah F. Thank you very much. After that, we've got Tracy H for a B. Thank you, Tracy. After that, we've got Violet. Hello, Violet. Violet, you need to let me know which one, Violet. And then we've got Lynette San. And she's choosing a B. Thank you. After Lynette, we've got Wendy. Wendy A. Now I gotta look for Violet real quick. Let me scroll down to the bottom and look at Violet. Violet's taken that last A, but I happen to have one more over here. That was in an unpaid order, so we're good with both of you guys for the A. So one for Violet and one for Wendy. Perfect. A's are gone. We now have 2 B's, 3 B's left because there's one more of those. 3 B's left. Sorry. Little lion is gold and he's getting washed out. Okay. So let's see. After Wendy, scroll back up there. After Wendy, we had Shauna. Sorry, Shauna. I do have Susan Elliott. Susan Elliott, and she can have a B. We've got one. Thank you. You guys love these every time I bring them in, and I appreciate that. Thank you. Cheryl E. for a B. Thank you. After Cheryl, we've got Claudia, and that's the last of the large ones. Claudia for a B. Claudia CB. All right, so that's that. Thank you, thank you. We're going to push those right up, maybe right up there. Sorry. Okie doke. So I see more of you came in for those. I do have the medium whites up next. The medium whites up next. Alrighty. Angela, I do see you. I will send you a message for sure. Okay. I see you. I will send you a message. One little thing to discuss first. All right. So there's the mediums. Medium watercolor cardstock is still A. Medium watercolor paper is still B. So the options for cardstock and paper are the same. The medium pad size is about 6 inches by a little over 9 inches. A little over 9. And for these, do I have any extras? I do not. So all I have is 6 and 6 of these. And we're going to do these. They were supposed to be $17.50. To make my life easier, we are going to do them at 16. And it doesn't matter which option you choose. Just 16 straight across the thing. Okay? So I'm going to get these typed in. Italian watercolor pads. These are the medium. They are $16. And there's the go. All right. There we go. And so, got to scroll up to the top. First in for this round is Paula B. Paula B. And she's choosing an any, so I'll hang on to that tag for just a second. Shauna H. She's choosing an A. Thank you. After Shauna, I've got Sherry M. And she would like an A. A first choice. After that, we've got Wendy L. Wendy L. And she's choosing the A. After Wendy, CCR. CCR. She would like the B choice. Then Rose O for the A. Then Susan Elliott for the A. Thank you, thank you. And Melanie S for the B. And then we have Sarah W for the A or the B. Sarah W. A or B, so we'll hang on to that one. Well, she has A first, so we're going to give her A. Doesn't say any, so there we go. The A's are gone. I do have B. I need one for the any for Paula B. After Sarah, we've got Kristen K, and she would like a B. Kristen K. Thank you. We're going to go ahead and put Paula on there now. There we go. Thank you. And I've got two left. Two left. So then it would go to Karen J. Karen J. Thank you. And Randy R. And that takes care of the white option. Now we're going to move on to the cream option. So there's that. They do offer a smaller size pad. I have never brought it to you guys because the price for the small pad is half. It's a half of the small. So this is the medium for us. Their small pad is half of that, but it is only like $1 or $2 cheaper than the medium. So I figured you guys would want more paper. You could always cut it down yourself rather than getting the small pad. So let me know if you guys want the tinies. Maybe the tiny watercolor pads are better for like travel and stuff. So type it in if you want tiny. Just all you need to say is tiny and I will know you guys want tiny. Okie doke. For me, I think for the paper, I told you my thought on it. But maybe for traveling purposes or to put in like a little gift bag to somebody, something like that, maybe you guys want a different size. Alrighty, so we're going to do the same thing. We're going to do the cardstock option in the large. Cardstock ivory in the large. And then this is the watercolor paper in the large. And then there's the other pads. Okay. We're going to keep the pricing the same as we did last time. So it'll go $19 for the watercolor cardstock and $17 for the watercolor paper in the large size. The ivory color is lovely, lovely cream. This band right here is white. Let me show you. This notepad is white. So it's a lovely cream color. And again, it has that beautiful decal edge all the way around, and it'll also be deckled at the top, same as the white. So let's go ahead and get these put in. And then after this, we're going to do the medium size pads, and then we'll be done with watercolor Florentine paper for the night. Okie doke. There was an issue, and that's why I was going to message you, Angela. Cream. I do use a large amount of sticky notes. That is true. I see a few of you asking for the tiny. Okay, perfect. Perfect. My frugal self is always thinking about best value for the money, but I get sometimes you need a small size. And we already talked about how everything tiny is cuter. So let's just get the tiny ones next time too. Okay. Italian paper sticky notes. Honestly, Melissa, my brain did think that too. And I was like, what? That would be amazing. They don't make them, but that would be amazing. Alrighty. So let's get these put in. Italian. I just need to say watercolor. Yep. Watercolor pad. This is the large size. And there's the go. And I have 6 of each of these. And then we have the mediums after we go through that. Okie doke. So for these, I've got Lisa D, and she's claiming the first B. Lisa D. Hello, Lisa, and thank you. Alrighty. Veronica H, but Veronica, I don't know which one. So you got to tell me which one, Veronica. I'll make you a tag, but I need to know which one. A or B? A for Violet. Yep, that's right. For the Violet. Thank you, Violet. She's choosing the A. And then after that, we've got Teresa R, and she would like a B. Teresa R, and she's going to take the B one. Thank you. And you guys crack me up. All right, so after Teresa, we've got Sherry M, and she would like the B one. Sherry M. Thank you. And Wendy L for the A. Wendy L for the A. Got it. Thank you. Tracy H for a B. Thank you. And Lynette San for both. Perfect, Lynette. And it would be this plus this. I'll save a sticky note. There we go. And Veronica said whichever. Okay, we can do it. Daniela. Daniela is going to claim a B. That's Daniela C. And she's going to claim a B pad. That means we're out of B's in the large. I had B's in the medium after that. Alrighty. So Rhonda Baum is going to take one of each, but would really mean an A now. Rhonda Baum. Thank you. And Susan Elliott for that A. After Susan, we've got Shauna H. Oh, nope, that's a B. Let's see, who else has an A or an NE? Let's do Veronica. Veronica's the last one. Yay, good. We did all of those. Alrighty. Let me move these off to the side. And now we're going to do mediums. For mediums, I have, let's see. I've got 6 of the cardstock and 7 of the paper pad kind. The paper. There we go. And we're going to keep the price the same as the white, and it's $16. And it doesn't matter whether you get A or B. They're all going to be $16. Okay. Uh-oh, Jane. All right, let's do these. There's the go for that. You guys need to post your watercolor paintings in the Facebook group. I see somebody post one occasionally, but honestly, not that much watercolor stuff's happening in that Facebook group. I would love to see it. I know the rest of you guys would too. All right, so we have first in CCR, and she's going to take a B. CCR, thank you. And Rhonda Baum wants both. Perfect. Times 2. Rhonda Baum. Thank you. After Rhonda, we've got Shauna for an A. Shauna H. Thank you. Melanie S. for a B. Cheryl E. for an A. After Cheryl, we've got Sarah W. for an NE. We'll hang that back for just one moment. After Sarah, we've got Karen SH. And she says one of each. Perfect, Karen. You've got it. Thank you. There's those. And we've got Maria C. And she would like the B option. Thank you. Evelyn L. And she would like the B. Thank you. Anybody watercolor cards out there, like greeting cards? Teresa P. for a B. Thank you. And then I need to do the Sarah for an NE. Perfect. I've got one left. And that would go to Mary Robb. Mary Robb, and I'm assuming an A is okay with you because it just says me. Let me know if it's not or that was an accident, Mary. Let me know. Love to watercolor. Very relaxing. Watercolor pencils as well, or color pencils. Yep. She does it and makes it look easy. So many people make it look easy. For me, I just think, I don't know. Maybe I don't have the patience for it. I do like the Tim Holtz watercolor pencils. I think they are good. They're fun for coloring the Victorian ladies for sure. All right, guys, thank you so much. That was fun. We did that. Okay, I have, let's see, did we finish everything Italian and everything Japanese? Now let's go to France. Let's do the things that we were supposed to do on Tuesday and ran out of time. And then we are going to do some new things that I pulled for us tonight. So we're going to do some embroidery things. We have French embroidery magazines, and I brought a lot of them. And I have some French embroidery stamps. So the stamps are here. I'm going to set them to the side. And we're going to do the magazines, newspapers, whatever you want to call them first. So these guys, I'm going to grab a small stack so that we can keep them lower for camera. And these guys are dated in the 60s, most of them. There are some 50s in here. I haven't seen anything after the 60s. Looks like 60s and 61 in this section that I have. There's a 58 and some other 50s ones in the other section. But let's go ahead and look at a couple of these, as much as I can show you. So they open up this way. These are nice paper, sturdy paper. You're going to be able to use these pages in your junk journal in the signatures. You can see somebody was making some modifications on this pattern. How these were used is you would take these gave you the patterns, and then you would trace the patterns onto your fabric, and then you would hand embroider the pattern, whatever design you chose. And so these are monograms down here. There's always a full set of monograms in every issue. And then on the inside, so these unfold and unfold and unfold, and they get really, really large. So this one has several sets of monograms in different sizes and different styles. But what I really love, like this is all nice and fine and whatever, but what I really love is the insides. The insides on every one of these newspaper magazines is really, really cute. And they all have a bunch of different patterns within them. They have extra border patterns layered in here. They have focal points like the little girl here. It shows you how to do that at the top of her little dress. You can see the cats over here. So it gives you focal points, but it also gives you borders down here at the bottom. They're super big. They're hard to get on camera. Down here at the bottom, it's showing you a border pattern that you could do. On this side, you have a whole tablecloth pattern. So these tulips go all the way around, and it's basically like for a tablecloth, including the center design. It's showing you that pattern here. It's got some monograms in there for you. But every one of these is going to be different. It's going to have different things inside of it. And how I use this is because these were sold and sent in the mail, folded like this. They've been folded for a long time. Most of them are folded in half this way as well. When you receive yours, it might be folded into this small format like this. That's fine. It's not going to hurt anything. Again, most of them have already been folded there anyway. But just for shipping purposes, most of them get folded, unless you have a large package where I can fit this in. But the way I use them is they're folded up 8 different times, and then I use each one of these pages in half as a journal page. So basically you're getting 16 journal pages per magazine. And these are original, from France embroidery patterns. I think there's plenty of visual interest in there for journal pages. I don't do any further embellishing, although you could when I put them in a journal. Lots of journal makers love these magazines and use them in journals. They're very popular. There's people that have made digitals out there. You'll see some things from me later on, but for now, we're going to sell these magazines whole. Just read in some of the comments quick. Okay. Want to scan that floral border? Every magazine, every single one has something where I would be like, oh, I need to scan that. I need to scan. There's just too much pretty stuff in there. I could open another one, but honestly, there is something to die for in every single one of them. I'm going to put them in. They're going to be, so pricing has to adjust as I buy them because I have brought them in before. based off of what I pay for them, that's kind of how we do pricing here. When the price goes up from a couple years ago, I have to slightly increase. So we're going to do these at $19 tonight. I used to do them for $16, just so you know, but the pricing, you know, it fluctuates with a lot of different variables. And so it's kind of rare to find this many in one go too. Anyway, we're going to do French embroidery magazines. And we did the French fashion magazines on Tuesday. So if you're doing that whole sewing kind of journal theme, these are great for sewing journals. You can put these pages, I put these pages in a lot of different styles. They're not just for sewing journals, but they do look great in there. French embroidery magazines, $19, and they just went in now. And you can have multiples because I do have a big stack of them. Like here's the rest of them. And you can see all throughout. They're in pretty decent condition. If there is one that is torn or taped real, you know, to where it's going to bother something, this is one I would keep and I would craft with. So yeah, this is a different section right here. Let's open these up and see what they have. Like this is the front page of this one. You can see different monograms. Then we go inside. You have more monograms back here. Monograms here. There's usually some advertisements down here at the bottom. But on the inside of this one, we have... Oh my gosh, this one is so pretty. It's so big, but so pretty. So look here. On this side, we've got more monograms. We've got little birdies, a little baby bib. Look at all these little floral scrolly things. But look at this side, guys. Look at the basket, the edges. You guys get it. And there's a bunch more down here, but I'm bumping my camera because it's too big. So that's that. That's that. All right, I'm going to make a list for these. It will take me a moment because there's quite a few of you requesting one. So this is a good chance to, you know, go visit the snack section of your pantry, grab a beverage. It'll take me a minute to do these. Okay, $19 for embroidery magazines. And first in for these is Tori B. Tori B. Lori S. Allison R for 2. Rebecca S. Lena. Violet, but it says oops. So Violet, I'm not sure. Do you want one or do you not want one? Let me know. I'm going to write your name on the list. I can cross it off if you would like. Violet, let me know. Veronica. Veronica H. Rhonda Baum. And you guys know my theory on when I have a big stack of something, I'll tell you guys my honest thought. When I was shopping for things, I would buy one to hoard and one to use. Because that way I have one that I don't have to feel like is so precious that I'll never find again because I already have another one, right? So that way it kind of frees up your mind to go ahead and cut into it and use it while you do have one that you kept whole that you could scan or whatever. So there's my theory on that. Rhonda Baum, Carrie G. Hello, Carrie. Carrie G. Linda R. And Ann A. And Rebecca P. Thank you guys for putting your real names in there. I appreciate that. Barbara. Yep. S. For 3. And then, okay, Paula. So do you want me to hold or do you want me to ship? I know you told me to ship. So if that's the same, then that's fine. But if you want me to hold now that you've got something else coming, let me know. And then Tippy Winks. Tippy Winks, I have to have your real first and last name every time you claim something. So if you wouldn't mind letting me know what your real first and last name is, and then I'll add you to this list. Ann S. I know you've shopped here before, but everyone has to use real first and last names now because the crowd is just... I can't keep all of your screen names and real names in my head anymore. They're getting crossed. So anyway, we just use real first and last names here. So Sarah W, and I've got Ann S, and Karen J, and Melissa, Mindy S. Hello, Mindy. Mindy S, Melanie S, Lisa D, Randy R, and gotta flip my page. After Randy, I've got Tracy H, Deborah K, Evelyn L, Paula D, but this is Paula Drift. Yep, Paula Drift. Thank you. And thank you for reminding me. Wendy L, Sandy M, and that's Sandy with an I, Catherine R, Claudia CB, and she would like 2, Sherry M, Amy K. Thank you guys. Christine J. And Sherry, I have you again. Do you want a second, or are you just making sure I got you? And then Pamela L, Pamela Law, Ice Water, thank you. 2, yes. Okay. So that means Violet for 2. Paula, I've got you again. So if you guys are coming in for a second, if you ever try to come in for a second, you have to tell me, or you're just saying Paula Drift. If you guys are coming in for a second, you have to tell me total of 2, total of 3, whatever, just so I know. Sometimes you're just trying to gauge, where the go is and make sure you get one. So when you come in again and it just says your name or me, I just assume you're trying to come in for the first one. Even if you came in 3 times, I would still assume it's just for one, because you didn't specify total of 2 or whatever the case may be. So Violet, I've got you for 2. Sandy M, total of 2. Got it. Thank you. There is enough. Linda would like 2. Thank you. And Sherry M would like 1 more. Sherry M. Yep, 2 for Sherry. Thank you. Sarah W for 2. Sarah for 2. Thank you. Hold it. Okay. I just didn't know because of the 50 minimum, All right. So Sarah, we've got you. Christy. Thank you, Christy. Christy G. Perfect. Thank you. Appreciate that. And then Karen SH. Thank you. Let's see. Veronica. Yep. Veronica for 2. Thank you. Got you for 2. Yep. Sherry, you've got 2. I will, Paula. Yep. Yeah, just 1. Yep. Thank you. Paula Drift, I just have you for 1. Pamela Law would like 2. Pamela. It's always the last name, right? Oh, yes, it is. For 2. Pamela Law for 2. Thank you. And then Rhonda Baum for 2. We're getting there. Rhonda Baum for 2. All right, we did it. We got to the end of that list. Now you guys see why I only do a certain number of lists a night. So it doesn't like, it takes so long and the sale is so slow when we have to do lists forever. Okay, so we did it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You guys don't like waiting either. So let's do these. Sorry for the crinkly bag. We're going to do these French embroidery stamps. And these are monogram stamps, kind of like what you just saw in that magazine. But these are actually stamps on wood blocks. Bunch of baby ones there. And so we're going to do these by size. So I'm going to have all the largest ones in the A spot. And then I'm going to have these two medium ones in the B spot. Let's see what else we can do. We can do these in the B spot. And then all these tinies I'm going to keep in the C spot. There we go. So we've got A, let me scoot that over there just a little more, A, B, and then here is our C pile. So I will do my best to show them to you. These are reverse, so the initial, when you stamp it, will be correct, but on the stamp here, it is the reverse of it. And I'm not sure on what initial is what because of the script and the font of them, but I will do my best to show you. So before I do this, let's just make some tags. The A pile, the B pile, and the C pile. These are, you know, definitely antique old French stamps. We're going to do the A pile at 20. We're going to do the B pile at 17. And we're going to do the C pile at 14. Okay? So that's the pricing of them. When you claim them, I'm going to show them to you, and you guys can direct me to the letter that you think it is. Or you can just say any, and I will just pick one for you. It doesn't, like, you know, sure, yeah, it'd be nice to have the initial for your first name or your last name. But honestly, it doesn't matter what the initial is, because to stamp these and to use these in a junk journal, it's just that beautiful French scripty embroidery monogram. And so it doesn't have to match yours. It would be nice if it did, I guess, but it doesn't have to. So you can just use it. It doesn't really matter what letter it is. So like this, I believe this is an L. Not positive. It has a little flower there or some leaves. This one, is this also an L? See what I mean? I think that might be an L again. Not sure. This one, it might go like this. I'm not sure what this is. So I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine. But there it is. Maybe it does go like that. I don't know. There's that one. And you can say first row, like top row, middle row, last row, 1, 2, 3 in. You guys can direct me, but please don't say me. Please give me some direction or say any. If you say any, it'll just be any. Again, this looks like an L, but I'm not positive. It kind of looks similar to this, but yet different. So it must be a different letter. And then I believe this is a D. I'm not positive again, but and then this one also looks like a D, right? Because it's the reverse. Now, it could be an F. It looks like it says an F, but it also looks like a D. Doesn't it look like a D that way? Now you get the confusion, right? A T, F, D, whatever, L. So there it is. These are always fun to do like that, right? So here's the A pile, okay? The B pile starts out with what I would say probably is a D. This one again, not really sure what it is, but it's a smaller one of those. Maybe that's a Y, maybe that's a G. This looks like the D again. This is that other letter or something entirely different. Maybe it's an E. An E. Not sure. They're just fun to stamp. They're fun to collect. Now, these are super old. The rubber on them is hard because that's how all of these are at this point from France. But you can still get an image. I'm not going to say that they're going to stamp like brand new stamps because they're not, but you can still get an image with them. They work wonderful on a jelly plate as well, just because the harder rubber will pick up quite a bit of paint too, but you can definitely still stamp them. Now these little guys over here in the C, I'm just going to show them quickly. This looks like that other thing we keep saying. This one is really hard to make out what it is. I'm not sure we're going to be able to, and it's not written on, but it is just a little monogram there. I can't really show you. And then they've got this one. This one kind of looks like an H to me. This one definitely looks like a D because it's backwards. This one. Did I already show you that one? I might have. Then this one. This one has like the floral viney thing coming off of it and kind of looks like a C to me. This one looks like an L because it would be the reverse of it, maybe. And then there's this one, and it looks like it's an R because it would flip over to an R. It says it's an R. It's nice when they say what they are. This guy, he says he's an L, and he is an L that way. So I will do my best. You guys do your best. Let's get these done. And I'm going to put them in a little baggie with your name on them right now. Okay. Some small ones, some medium ones. After these embroidery magazines, I've got some new things, or embroidery stamps. I've got some new things to show you. This calendar is amazing. And we did Japanese things tonight, so the font is, you know, kind of with that theme. This is an old calendar, a page-a-day calendar, and on every page there's a picture. The pages are wonderful. I'm going to sell this. I'm going to offer it whole. Hopefully he finds a new home tonight. Maybe you want to just hang on to him. Maybe you want to slowly get yourself to use a page out of this. But this is a French page-a-day calendar. And so I thought that was pretty cool to find where no one ever used it. Okay, so here's the go for these. I know you guys already put in. I kind of forgot to tell you, but most of you know to wait for the go. So anyway, embroidery stamps, and there's just a go after that. There's the go. If you already put in again, just put it in again for me. Everyone waits for the go for the most part. And if I just went off what you guys already typed, then people who were waiting would be upset because they waited for the go. All right. So, all right. First person in is Jenny T. Jenny T. And she is claiming C letter R or any. C letter R. That's an R. Perfect. Got it. Thank you. And thank you for putting the any in just in case. That's also nice. And in your bag. Perfect. After Jenny, Susan would like one. Hold on. Susan would like one of... Susan would like one of the embroidery magazines. I thought I already had her on the list. Let me see about that. I believe I had Susan Elliott on that list. Maybe I didn't. Okay, I'll write it on there right now, Susan. And thank you for calling my attention to it. Susan Elliott for One Embroidery Magazine. Thank you, thank you. Okay. I didn't check the bottom. Okay, so for the embroidery snaps, we got Jenny. Now we're on to Violet. Violet would like a, and she says, top left, letter L. Thank you for specifying that. You knew I would need that info. Top left, letter L. Perfect. You've got it. After Violet, we've got Karen SH. Karen SH. She is saying the C lot, letter H. C, letter H. I think this is an H. Yes, that's the H. Perfect. Thank you, Karen. Thank you, thank you. After that, I've got Deborah K. Deborah K. And she is saying the A lot. The A lot. And she wants the D. Middle row, D, or B or C. Perfect. Thank you. Next up, we've got Pam T. Pam T. And she says a C, any, and a B, any. So we'll make you a tag and we'll hang on to that tag for just a moment. Thank you, Pam. Makes my job very easy. Teresa R. Teresa R. And she says she would like any letter surprise. And she would prefer if it came out of the B pile, the B or A or C, but prefer the B. Perfect. And that's an any. We've got that. Okay. And then Rebecca S. And she says the CR. I think the CR is gone. It is. Can't do the CR. So then we're on to Tori, right? Because that was an L. Yes. We're on to Tori. Tori B. I'm looking. I don't know what that is. It's something, but it's so scrolly, I can't make it out. Tori B, and she's claiming the B random and group. Okay. So she would like the B as well and a random. Perfect. Lots of randoms. Thank you. Then we've got Jane. Jane says C, H, middle row. Did I already move it? Or did I already sell it? I think I did. I sold the H. Yes, I did. Okay, Lena. The A, top row or any. Okay, perfect. Lena for the top row. Got it. Tracy. Tracy would like a T or an H, any size or any. I don't off the top of my head see a T or an H. So Tracy, you will just be an any, if that's okay with you. Any size or any. So I think she says any, and she didn't specify even what category, so just any. And then Lynette, the A, the L's are gone at the top. A, L top left, or any L in any size. I know we have some more L's. Oh wait, maybe these were D's. Maybe these were D's. I think these were D's. Back it up. Who asked for D? Oh, it was an H somebody asked for. Never mind. Yep. Okay. Back to Lynette. L in any size. This is a big L right here. I think, yep, this is an L. All right, so Lynette's going to take that one. Lynette S. Lynette San. And it's L. Perfect. It does get a little bit crazy, especially when I can't make out what the letters are. Okay, there we go. Deborah K. There's that D request. I knew I saw it. Deborah K. And she's requesting the D middle row. A. So this is the A, and this is the D I have left in the A. Middle row or B or C. I believe this will stamp a D this way. It might not, but I believe it does. Because I think this is a D written on here. So I'm going to give you that one, Deborah. If that's not the right one, let me know. Thank you. Okay. After that, my bags keep falling on the floor. Super annoying me. Okay. I will look at comments at the bottom here in just a second. Sherry M. And she says A or any. So she would take the last large stamp that is there. And we would be out of the A's. Thank you, Sherry. Okay, let me look at the bottom. Put in twice. Sorry. Oh, you're happy. Take the second D. Okay. Okay. If you don't want it, it's fine. We can put it back. No big deal. Let me know on that one, Deborah K. Sherry M. Any. Okay. We are in France now. Yep. Yep. Okay. So moving on from there, Deborah's going to let me know. Sherry M. We just did Sherry M. Yes. Okay. So then we have Claudia, and she says an any. Claudia CB, and she's just happy with a stamp. Perfect, Claudia. Thank you. Marlene says any B. Marlene L. Any B will work for her. Perfect. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 B's claimed. We still have 2 left of those. We're good. Then we have Catherine R. Can I have the C or the R? Well, I don't know if there is a C or an R in here. This might be the C. Or it might just be a little flower. It kind of looks like a C. Can you see? I think that might be a C. Maybe that's what all of those ones were. Anyway, there's this. I could do this one as a C. Catherine R. C? Can I have a C or an R? There's not really an R left. Unless this is an R. I don't think there is an R. Do you want to chance it? It might be an R. It doesn't leave me an impression because there's no ink on there. Do you want to chance it? I know somebody else asked, but I'm not sure that's an R. So, Catherine. And she's going to have 2 of the C's unless she tells me no. Yes, okay. I think it does match them, but I'm not sure exactly it's an R. It's similar to an R shape, but I'm not sure. You might make it work, maybe not. Okay, I gave you both of them. I see that you say, okay, perfect. Thank you. Now moving on from Catherine. Mary Robb, this is any. Mary Robb, perfect. We're going to fill some of these any's here in just 1 second. Barbara, B or any. Okay, let's see where we're at with the any situation. So if I start from the top, we have Pam T. And she wanted a B and she wanted a C. So I'm literally going to go from top row across and we're just going to do it that way. So she's getting a B and a C. I think that's the fairest way to do that. Then Teresa R. And she wants a B. Teresa R. And she wants a B. Then from there, I've got Tori B. And she also wants a B. Then I've got Tracy. And she's just in any, doesn't care which one. And it looks like Tracy will just start here and go across. And then Claudia, we're going to do the same thing across. Mary. Then I've got Marlene. It looks like I will have a B and a C left. Marlene. Barbara. And Barbara. Okay. Oops. She wanted a B and a C? No. I have 2 C's left. And 1 B. Let me go down a little bit longer because we've got Barbara right there. Shauna's after all of that. She's claiming C and H. Don't have any of that. A, L, B, D. I do have this one for you, Shauna. Shauna H. The D from the B section. That guy there. Okay. 2 C's. That's it. That's all that remains. And I've got a table full of baggies. Hello, Mrs. E. All right. So I think we're good on these. 2Ds is great. Perfect. Okay. Okay, so tell me what I need to fix. I'll just take a C so more people can get one. We're all good. Nobody needs to change unless somebody wants to change. So let me know. If I made a mistake or something, let me know. Allison R., you did not show up. You did not. I'm going all the way to the top. StreamYard didn't pull you over at all, and it's because of the way that your comment is typed in. You didn't do anything wrong, but because StreamYard is always looking for, certain phrases or certain way things are typed in, it might look or mean something, not even in the US, it could mean it somewhere else in the globe. And so it didn't really pull that comment over to StreamYard either because of the security features, probably just because the way it's typed in. You wanted row 3, bottom row 3R. I think we're just going to have to say sorry about that one. Technology did not play kindly to you. I see you on YouTube, but it didn't pull it to StreamYard, and it might be the way it's typed in. It does that periodically if it sees a comment that it thinks might be suspicious or it just looks weird. And I'm just saying it because I can see the way you typed it in, and I'm not gonna get into like what that could be meaning. I'm just gonna say there are some security things, and that might be why it didn't pull it over, but sometimes, in all honesty, it just doesn't pull it over because it messes up, and there isn't anything that we can do about it to, like, it's not something you did and it's not something I did. It's just the two streaming softwares not playing nice together. I apologize, Allison. I'm so sorry. The only two I have left are these two. I don't know if either of those will work for you. This is a little L. It's a little L. It has a lot of blue coloring in it, but this is an L. This is also an L, I believe. It's reverse. It would go like that. And I believe it's an L. It looks like an R this way, but I think it's an L. There we go. So if an L or an R, which, we're close. I know. I'm sorry, Allison. Okay, I'm going to hang on to these guys. We're going to move on. I'm sorry. Let's put those right there. Let me move these baggies out of the way, and we're going to do this. So this little box right here, it's a wooden crate. Has some advertising on it. It's got a little latch right here underneath this paint or stain color. You can see it's got some advertising underneath of the paint color too, the letters under here. And so it's got a little latch right here. You pull that over, it opens up like this. Again, it's got advertising in here. It was a chocolate box. And that's that. And inside of it, this is how it originally came. So I just left it exactly the way it is. This one I'm just going to sell as one whole box. And I'm going to go ahead and put these last two in here just because nobody else wants them. They don't need to be an orphan, so we're going to leave them in there. This one here, I think is a B. It might be an A, but I think it's a B. Maybe it's an A. Don't know, but there it is. It's a nice large one on a very nice big chunky block. And then we've got these other ones in here. This one looks like an L as well. Then there's this one, which this one I'm not sure about. This one might be an R or it might be a B. And it has that little leafy design that some of the other ones had. This set I've had for a long time. This looks like it is an A. This one, that could be a T or a J. Not sure, but there's that. You guys can see them. Hopefully you can make them out. This is an L. This is either an A or a B. There's those two. So this is a different size than this one, and this is a different size than this one, but they are the same initials here. And I believe this is also the same initial as those. So this was probably somebody's set, and they were stamping their initials on their clothing and then embroidering it. This is an L and what looks like the A or the B. So there's that. And then those two I added. This right here is a little border stamp. And so it's a roller. It will roll this little border. This used to hold ink. It's dried out now, but it used to hold ink. And you would roll this across your tablecloth and it would give you the border that you could embroider. So this is coming all as one set. We're going to do this guy right now. It's a great collector's piece, but again, you can pull these out and stamp them. Maybe you don't want them all. Maybe you want to pick some that you want to sell the rest. Doesn't matter to me what you do with it, but we're going to offer it all as one lot tonight. So this is a French embroidery box lot. And I'm going to do this one for, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 stamps that were here. The 2 I added, so 11 stamps and a roller plus the French chocolate box. Let's do this guy for, I'm going to do him for $90. He needs to find a new home. He's been here a while. I think for the price of the stamps alone, that's a pretty good deal. So there we go. It went in now. And this guy found a home. He did. Mrs. E. Thank you so much, Mrs. E. There we go. And the metal pieces here for this right here, it just came through the wood. So the wood needs another little hole put in it to hold that down. So that's that. Thank you very much for playing along with me with the embroidery stamps. Let's do this calendar now. So this calendar measures just like this. So to the bottom, he is about 10 1/4, really, from top to bottom, about 10 1/4. And I mean, at the widest, it's 7. Here, it's about 6 1/4. He is a cardboard based thing. He has a metal grommet right here where he used to hang on the wall. He's got some advertising here. You can tell it's very William Morris inspired looking paper on the backing of it. And then on the back, it looks like this. Somebody's tried to replace this little foot or strengthen this little foot right here because the little foot's about ready to come off. I will do my best in shipping, but I can't guarantee that that's not going to come off the rest of the way because you can see how loose it is there. But that's that. The paper is a little crumpled here. I don't know if you can fix it. Again, this is really old. Let me see if I can find a year date on this. I thought we saw like the 1st of January in here somewhere. But this is really old. I would guess that it is 100 years old. It probably says the year somewhere, but I can't see it off the top of my head. But anyway, each one of these pages has a picture printed on it. Famous French places. Might be all through Europe, I'm not sure. So you get an awful lot, 365 roughly, because there are a few loose pages. This is January 5th, but there are a few loose pages that were from before January 5th tucked in there. So you can see what it is. I think the paper is fine to craft with. There's a whole big bunch of it, and these calendars are super hard to find like this. People collect the page-a-day calendars. We see them a lot in Junk Journal digitals because people like to make the digitals from them. So we're going to do these. Perfect for somebody who wants to resell because you could sell the pages in lots. French page-a-day calendar. And this one's going to be priced at what it's going to be priced at. If it goes, it goes. If it doesn't, then I will happily keep it. I have another one that I did keep for myself a long time ago. It looks completely different. Each one of these pages does have the little flower over to the side, and you can tell from the font. The font is very vintage looking. So I'm just going to price it what I need to have for it. We're going to do this for $225. And there's the go. I can tell you guys I paid very nearly that because I thought I was going to keep it with my other one. And I decided I need to share more because I have no space to keep anything. So there we go. There's 365 roughly pages plus the hanger. And back in the very back, you're going to see a couple of those early pages from January. Like I said, they were tucked in there. And then there is some relevant information on that last page. But on the back side of these, you have other information about the landmark. So if you just, tuck these in as pieces of ephemera, people can learn, about the image that they're seeing on the front side from the information on the back side. So that's kind of cool. There's that. He gets to stay with me after all. I'm not sad. Not sad at all. I will keep him. Okay, moving on. We have these next. We're going to do paper packs. And these are the dictionary rag paper packs. So inside of this, every pack has the same type of pages in it. And we're just going to open one and I'll give you an idea of what they look like. This is rag paper from French dictionaries, and the French dictionaries are dating from the 1600s, the 1700s, And there's a couple pages in here from the early 1800s. So nothing past, like, I would say 1850 for sure. But we have some very nice sized pages. These are not folios, but you do get 2 pages so that you can tape them together to use them as a folio if you wish. But anyway, they're single pages, but you get duplicates. So there's 2 of the largest one. There's 2 of the next size one down. Very nice thick rag paper. 2 of the next size. 2 of the next size. And I love this one. It's got such different font than that one. Love it. And then 2 of those. 2 of these. 2 of these tiny little square ones. And I love them. They're not really square, but they're the books they come out of are basically square. They're very cute. And you can see from the pack, you have every shade of neutral old antique paper that there is. And I like that because sometimes you want something that's lighter. Sometimes you want something that's more aged looking. These are great for using as pages in a journal. The very large pages in the back, you can just fold in half like this. You don't have to tape them together to use them. The small ones, if you want to put them in a folio, you're just going to put them together like this, you would reinforce them anyway. So you're going to run your tape down the center of them to make them together again, to connect them together again. But that's what we would do to reinforce. So no big deal. There we go. So in all, you have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 16 different pages. I thought there was 18. There's 16. 16 different pages per pack. And it's Rag Paper Dictionary from France. So we're going to put these in now. This is a Rag Paper Antique French Dictionary paper pack. These guys are going to be $18 per pack. There's 16 pages in there. So you can go cost out what a 1600s French dictionary would cost you, and that, helps you guys understand the price of the pack. I see a whole lot of people not waiting for the go. All you do when you don't wait for the go is you have to put it in again. So it's more work for you guys, but I get, some of you trying to get things before they sell out and all that. I get it. I do. So there's the Rag Paper Dictionary pack. And it's a nice chunk of dictionary. It's a nice chunk. So there's that. I'm going to make the list for these. I'm going to start at the go. So if you came in before the go and you don't hear me call your name, that's why. Karen J is first in. Karen Jorg. Karen Jorg, thank you very much. All right. After that, we have Cheryl E. Cheryl E. Veronica W. Hello, Veronica. It's been a minute. And then we have Marcella B. Hello, Marcella B. Maria C. Rhonda Baum. And then we have Dawn. Sorry. Dawn, and for you new people who are purchasing, and I'm not sure if you're new or just been a minute, Dawn, but for the new people who are purchasing, as long as you followed the instructions in the description box and you texted me your information, you're allowed to claim. If you haven't already texted me your information to register, all you need to do is send me the information to register. If you haven't done it yet, then I will ask you to register before you claim. So if you just claimed and you didn't do it yet, please do it, because I look for those new people right after the end of the sale. You will get a response from me. I know people texted their information on Tuesday. I haven't had a chance yet to respond, but you will get a response from your registration text that tells you and confirms that you are now registered. That will all have to happen tomorrow now at this point. So after Dawn, we have Tracy. Tracy H, Karen SH, CCR, Lori S, Amy D, Evelyn L, and Catherine R, Veronica H, Linda Ray, Cheryl M, Deborah K for 2, Wendy L, and I will fill the duplicates as best as I can. Wendy L for 2, Karen J, we've got you, Karen J, Debbie M, Daniela C, and we have Pam J, Carrie G. Thank you guys. And on to the back side of the page. Carrie G. Next up, we have Lena, Cheryl E. I think we have Cheryl E. We do have Cheryl E. Yep, we do. Cheryl E's on the list. Okay, so Lena, Mindy S, Paula Dross, Rose O, Christine B, Marcella T, Christine J, Leilani, I need first and last name every time, please. Thank you. I've got you on the list, but please, just to help me out, put the first and last name. Lisa D, Christine Brown would like 2. Thank you, I've got it. Sherry M, Claudia CB, Susan Elliott, uh-oh, and I see Victoria Paxton. Sorry for reading your whole name, but you are new. We have a couple new ladies tonight. Hello and welcome to all you new people. I know that there are more new people who watch every week, and they are, whether it be they're afraid to say hello, they're afraid to jump in, maybe they just like watching and they don't want to participate in live chat. But I can tell you guys, if you are watching, even, it doesn't matter about buying. If you're watching and you're new, saying hello in chat to the ladies, you don't have to say hello to a specific person. You can just say, hi, hello, it's my first time, whatever. You could literally just type in hello. All of these people in chat are the nicest, kindest people. They will say hello back to you. They will chat with you if you want to chat. You guys can hang out in chat and talk to each other. It doesn't disrupt the sale at all if you guys are chatting and talking about whatever you're talking about over there. I'm just telling you guys, for a better watching experience, it's more enjoyable if you kind of say hello and, like chat a little bit with people. I think it's more fun that way. So if you are new and you are watching, or even if you're watching and you're not new, but you haven't said hello, now is the time to say hello. And everyone here is going to say hello back to you and be super welcoming, because that's just the kind of crowd we are over here. So now's the chance. Say hello, calling it out to everyone watching. All the new people, all the people who haven't jumped on yet and said hello. There's Michelle. Hello, Michelle. Michelle is new, I believe, guys. Maria, she's saying, hi, Maria. Enchanted Dreams. I don't remember who Enchanted Dreams is. Pardon me for that. Aw, thanks for the thumbs ups, guys. I appreciate that. Barbara, see, look at this. These people are very, very friendly. Hello, hello. Hello, all of you. See, everybody just wants to be friends here. And also, the same goes for the Facebook group. The Facebook group is equally, if not more, welcoming because they all want to see what you're making. They all, it's more of an opportunity to, I think, post what you're making and kind of become friends within the Facebook group too, because the Facebook group is open 24/7, where I'm only live here for live chat a couple times a week now. So anyway, hello, and welcome everyone. Thank you guys for being so welcoming. You guys are always the kindest. I appreciate that. Best thing about what we do is the friendship and the nice people in this community. Did I get Jody? Uh-oh. Jody M. Jody M, is it just for one? Jody M. I wrote you on the list, Jody. Angela. I'm scrolling up now. I'm looking. Like one, I got you, Jody. Now where's Angela? Hello, Inga. Angela. Angela, can you put it in again for me so that I can see which Angela? Lori. Enchanted Dreams is Lori. Hello. Welcome. Angie D, I found it. Thank you. Actually did find the original, but thank you for saying again, if you did yet. Okay, I finished that list. I think we're good. Let's go ahead and move on. There's that one. Let's look at the ledger page pack for tonight, because it's pretty unique. This is the ledger page pack for tonight. It's pretty unique. In truth, it's not all ledger, but there is ledger in here. So these papers are super, super old. I just made a few of them, as you can tell from the table, the pile. But what they are is, actually, before I do this, let me show you the books these come out of. That will explain it far better than I can explain it by showing you the pages. These are the books these came out of. So you're going to have pages from this guy here. This is the book that's the oldest in this pack. First of all, I love this cover. But this book is from 1741. It's all handwritten. Basically, it's something like a census from 1741. But the pages I pulled from this book, you can see every page has beautiful calligraphy. These are larger than A4 size pages. And I love how the name is super, super big. And then whatever else they were writing about is also very beautiful. But on every page, these beautiful, large, fancy calligraphy names. Each page is numbered at the top. So this is kind of the book that the one page came out of this book. There's even a map from the region, and it lists all this information on the back. So I think it was like a census book from 1741. But there's some really nice, big, fancy names in here. And so you're getting that. And this is old, super old rag paper. But you're getting a page from this book. So from 1741, that's where we start. I'm just going to hold it up, I'll hold up the page too, but beautiful. So that's the first one. The next book is this book here. You guys have never seen this book, and you've never seen the other book because I hoarded them. But anyway, it's a super large ledger. This is vellum animal skin cover. It is a super old book as well, but this is the ledger. This is the ledger. So you get a full page from this ledger. This is rag paper cardstock. It does exist, but it's very rare. The ledger starts in 1829. It's all handwritten. The pages are super thick cardstock pages, like thick pages. But look at the handwriting. Like, okay. So I made sure everybody got a page with beautiful handwriting. I love the ink offset on the pages. It's so pretty. So you get a page out of this, and like this page right here, or wherever it was, if it mostly had like all numbers, like this one has all numbers, I kept these pages for another purpose. I made sure you guys got pages with beautiful calligraphy on them, but it's super, super nice, big, fat, thick book from 1829. That's ledger. Then I put a page from this book. This book right here has all robin's egg blue cardstock in it. And it is handwritten from 1801. So the dates start in 1801. It's too big, it won't fit on camera, but this is robin's egg blue. So if I put like white paper there, you can kind of see. I can't hold it up because the book is too big. But this is robin's egg blue back here. This is white paper. So you've got cardstock. This is actually thicker than the other one. I kept these for one pack. So I promised myself I would share one round of one pack from these books with you guys. And the rest of them I'm keeping. Or at least that's the plan for now. But this book has all kinds of entries in it. They're all handwritten. Again, it does have some family names and things like that out here. Places. A lot of places are listed out in the margin. Cities, towns, etc. But the calligraphy in this book is so beautiful. So beautiful. This is where I started taking it apart. But look at this calligraphy. And that calligraphy is throughout the book. I've taken a huge chunk out of that. So that's the books. Again, this is vellum animal skin. That's the books I pulled your pages from. Plus I added a document. So put those back. And now let's look at this pack again. Now you know where they came from. This is what I've done with them. I need you guys to like spread out so you don't fall over. This is the one with the name. This is just a random pack with the name from the census book. This is the robin's egg blue one. And see, even on here, you can see the difference between the color. I'm thinking you can see the robin's egg blue, but it's a super big, and there's handwriting all over these. It's not like there's just a little bit of handwriting. It's a lot. And same with the ledger page. There is a lot of handwriting, a lot of nice entries in here. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, so that's those ones that I just showed you. And then I added a document. And it's a 2-page document with stamps and embossed seals over here. And all of this is French. All of this is super old. The document is the newest thing in here, but it still dates from 1800s. So you get the 2-page, this is a larger than A4 document. You get this page, which is a single page, but that's because there wasn't very many in that little book. And then you get a single page of this, but you can tell from the size. These two are the same size, and even folded in half. Folded in half, they are 8 3/4 roughly by 11 3/4. 8 3/4 by 11 3/4. Folded in half, so you get really double that. So there's that. There's that, and there's that, and that's the pack I made. It's super special luxury documents, right? It's not something where there's going to be millions of these, right? So anyway, I wanted to share them with you guys. I know you guys will like them as much as I like them. So there's the pack. There's the pack. And that's what I have of them. I have a lot of glare is what I have. There you can see a little bit more of the robin's egg blue versus the other colors. Okay, so I'm going to type this in. This, the thickness of those larger papers, you guys are really going to like that. You're really going to like it. Okay, so here we go. The book that we talked about earlier, Rhonda, is next. It's right on the floor next to me. Let's do, what should I call these? Antique French. I'm going to call them luxury. Luxury. Luxury document pack. Let's call it that. Because the one is ledger, the other is other documents. So Antique French luxury document pack. And we have 1740, 1801, 1829, and these, they might be 1870s, 1890s for the actual stamped document. So that's the date range. And these are going to be $60. Do not fall out of your chair. I understand that is a considerable purchase, but please understand the Robin's Egg Blue Super Big Book, that was $2,500. The other ledger book I paid an astronomical amount of money for, because again, these are ones I want to keep. I am sharing some pages with you guys. So that's what it is. It's $60 per pack. I'm putting it in now. You guys can have them and scan them. You can use the originals if you can bring yourself to do it. I think that they're really special. You guys know that I have hundreds of ledgers from France, and I often take pages out and do page packs and stuff. But this specific ones I wanted for a specific purpose. So to make these packs and to keep for myself and hoard. So anyway, here's the list for these ones. We're going to do Linda Ray first. Thank you, Linda. Linda Ray, Danny H. I know you guys would like them as much as I did. Deborah K. Violet. Thank you guys. All right, so then after that, Christelle. Jody M. Rebecca S. Paula Dross. Wendy L. CCR. Christine J. Catherine R. Joyce G. Joyce G. Karen S.H. Maria C. Thank you. Sandy M. Sandy with an I. M. Shauna H. Veronica H. Karen J. Okay. Karen J. Sarah F. Barbara S. And I need a new page. Evelyn L. Rose O. Thanks for sharing. Well, in truth, I need to say thank you to you guys, because I wouldn't be able to, buy the things that I like to buy either without us doing this together. So thank you guys. Rose O, and then Claudia CB. And then we have a newcomer, Debbie Griffin. Hello, Debbie. Welcome. And thank you. Debbie, at least I don't remember seeing you before. You might be really new, maybe recently. I'm not sure. Debbie Griffin, and then Paula Drift. If I haven't invoiced you yet, usually it just triggers new every time until after I invoice you. After I invoice you, I see your name like a bunch of times, like invoicing, the label, the shipping, the everything. By then, usually, not always, your name gets stuck in my brain and then I will remember. Okay, so Paula Drift, and then Marilyn W. Aw, sharing is caring. Thank you, Linda. In the Facebook group, sharing is caring is our one of the names of our challenge. Marcella B. Marcella B. Thank you, guys. In error, that's okay. I can cross it out. Thank you, Paula, for letting me know now. It's easier now. Okay, so that's the list for those. Thank you guys very much. I really appreciate it. I think we have enough to go, and you guys saw the books, so I could pull if I had to. So we'll cover everybody with those. Alrighty, that's that. Thank you. We're going to have some fun with those. Next up, this pack is super old. This pack has been here for years. I found it in my craft room. Not in my craft room. I found it in this room in the back of a bin. But it has a bunch of different things in here. I can see there's some sheets of wallpaper right here, and there's a couple of those. There's a little vintage Valentine. There's a snapshot. There's a birthday card that's vintage. There's some shorthand, some floral books, some dictionary books. This is a old ABC dictionary for like children back there. But look at the amount of paper that is in there. It's a big old chunk of paper. In the back here, this is old ledger. There's old ledger here. I can see some French documents back here. There's French ledger, several pages I can see peeking out here from French ledgers. There's more French documents back there. There is a ton of stuff in here. You can see there's a page pack in there. There's a page pack right in there. There's some little peek more of the wallpaper pieces in there. So this pack has been here for a long time. I can see some sheet music back there. There's another pack right here that has like onion skin or something in this white pack. I think it's onion skin. It's a gigantic pack of stuff. We're going to do one of these because there is only one of them. I found it in here. I have no idea what it was here for. I remember doing bundles a very long time ago. So apparently this one just stayed. So we're going to do Paula. I thought I did Paula. Let me look. Paula. Yes, I did get you, Paula. You're up there near the top. Paula Dross, I did. Okay. We're going to do this. There's only one. I'm just going to call it Vintage Ephemera Bundle. I don't really know what's all in there, but there we go. Vintage Ephemera Bundle. I know I can see some French things in there. I'm going to do it for $50. There's just the one, so there it went. Uh-oh, Alice. What's going on with Alice? It's just scrolled right off the screen. Alice, feel better. Yeah, feel better. Well, we are all sending you very, a lot of good vibes and healthy thoughts. Sorry, I'm trying to find what actually happened to Alice, but I cannot even find it. Oh, hand surgery. Oh my gosh. Typing with your left hand. Oh my gosh. Alice. That's so scary for crafters, right? Like, but hopefully it's going to feel better now, right? After the surgery, hopefully it feels better. You're able to use it more with less pain. Okay, this one went to the first person was Danny H. Danny H for 50. Thank you. Alrighty. That takes care of that one. did all of that. We're doing pretty good. We're going to do some ledgers now. I have a few ledgers, but this ledger in particular, I had its sister a long time ago. Many of you will remember seeing one that looked like this. I had a sister one. That one has long since sold. This one came in a shipment maybe 6 weeks ago or so. This is it here. I'm going to show you the back first because for whatever reason, both of these ones had the pretty part, the title part on the back part of the ledger, but this is actually like the front part of the ledger. As you can tell, maybe you can't, it's about a yard long. It's a massive, massive animal skin vellum covered, super old. I'm going to call it a ledger, but you'll see what's inside. In truth, it is 21 inches long. 21 by, let's just call it 8 because these pages are shoved out, but 8 roughly. 8 by 21. Super weird size, right? But I'm going to show it to you sideways because it's really the only way you're going to get to see its beautifulness. So it has straw paper right here in the front. This is a big sheet of straw paper. This is where we start with the ledger. It has a list of names, and I don't know what the rest of it is. I have tried to Google Translate it. But again, lists of names. You guys will remember, if you've been here a little while, the sister one was almost identical. So I'm going to switch it around and show you right side up because I think it's kind of weird to do it. But I just wanted you to see like what the size of the page looks like. But here's the top portion. It has names and it has some type of accounting information here because there is math figures like amounts of money. And then back here in the back, you can see more of the accounting. So this ledger, I'm going to call it a ledger, I guess. Lovely, lovely thick pages. This is very similar to the books that I showed you I took the pages out of for those packs. And I was thinking about taking this one apart, but then I stopped myself. I had to stop myself. I can't do it. The super long ones like this, I've only had the 2. So I don't know what the deal is, why they needed them super long and super skinny, but they did. Like for me to, if this is at the end of my desk right now, like it's at the end this way, for me to sit in a chair and write in the top of this one, it would be so uncomfortable. So I don't know how they did it, but they did. Anyway, we're going to do this one whole. This is a whole ledger. A whole ledger. So we're going to do whole and let's see. It does have a date. I found it before, but where is that date? It might be in the back section. I'm not sure, but we'll find it. 1777. All of these entries are dated 1777. This is 1778. So this is a very old ledger, like the ones I pulled pages out of for you guys. Back here, we're at 1787 in the end of the ledger. So 1777 to 1787. So that's what it is. And it's a big one, and it's really full. In the beginning, there's less. There's these lovely big, I mean, they're big, big titles. But back here, there are these interesting little monograms or initials. And there's more accounting back here. And so those little initials are off to the side for quite a bit of the pages in the back. And then we get to this, which is more accounting. It's really interesting. You get a whole lot of different looking pages in here. Okay. So really nice, super good condition. Yes, it has a little tiny flaw. The only flaw that I can see is at some point it had some water, right? And somebody who doesn't love things the way we love things thought the best thing to do was to cut out that corner that was damaged. So they just took a chunk right out of the cover, at the top. So this back here is where the title of the ledger is written, but it starts over here on this side. I don't know. Don't ask me. But both of the sisters were like that. So you can see this is pretty grungy here, but this is all, this is all dry. This is all how it is, right? Again, it's a cardboard, but it does have like animal skin vellum on the spine of it. This is the spine here. It's sewn in with super thick braided animal skin ties. And it's just got 3 little signature spots, 6 holes, but 3 signature spots. And that's it. So if you guys are into this, let me know, because I'm going to put it in. And it's going to go, hopefully, to someone who appreciates it as much as I do. Otherwise, I might be tempted at some point to take it apart. But I'm going to try to leave it open where you guys can, I don't know. It looks weird when it's sideways. I'll try to leave it open where you guys can see it. While I can't get it typed in that way. It doesn't want to stay open. All right, let's do it. We're going to do, how should I say this? This is like super tall, super skinny on the max. 21 something inches by 8 inches. It's massive. Okay, so we're going to call it super long ledger. Because the 8 inches wide isn't really super skinny. So super long ledger. It starts in 1777 to 1787. And it's going to be whole, not by the page. And we're going to do this guy for $2,100. I know, again, it is a considered purchase. It is not for everyone. However, if you are in love with it and you need to have it, it's super old. I can't honestly tell you that we find 1700s ledgers all that often, because we don't. And when we do find them, trust me, we are paying a whole heck of a lot of money for them. They're not giving them up for nothing over there in France. This didn't stay around for 300 years or 250 years for somebody just to, sell for $50 or something. So anyway, that's it. The paper is rag paper. It is super thick rag paper. It's hand laid, so it has that lovely hand laid texture to it. It's really, really nice. Rhonda decided me. I don't remember who got the sister earlier, but somebody did get the sister. I'm going to put your name on it, Rhonda. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. One of these days, Rhonda's going to have more ledgers than I do. I appreciate that. It saves me from having to stress about taking it apart. Not because it's difficult, just because there's some pieces that just, I don't know. I don't want to be the one to do it. If you guys do it, that's fine, but I don't want to be the one to do it. Thank you, Rhonda. I really appreciate that. We have sold many books in that price range. So, we find a lot of things that are super great over there, and I do my best to bring them over here and share them with you guys. And I appreciate you guys liking them as much as I do. Missed the sister. It really was. Plus this one had, I think, more handwriting in it. Okay. So we did that one. Now I'm going to show you a different kind of ledger, because not everything obviously can be in that price range, right? A, we don't find them, and B, even I would find that too much to be a whole live sale of $2,000 items. So let me move my chair out of the way so I can show you a different kind of ledger and get a sip of water. Alrighty. This guy's next. This guy is super big. He will fill up my whole screen. Aw, thank you. So even if you're window shopping yet, we do see some amazing things. Can you imagine the things that I see that we can't get because, they're too fragile, they're whatever? There's a bunch of things, that I would love to have, but Getting them here proves to be too difficult at the moment. I do have a plan, but at the moment with FedEx shipping, we can't get all the things here. But the things I see at the flea markets in France, I'm like, yes, 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 I want that, I want that, I want that. And we're like, shipping the pottery here, I'm not so sure about. Anyway, giant ledger has a lovely ledger label right here. I'm going to measure the cover. You're not going to be able to see the whole thing because it's sticking off my desk already, but this one measures 12.5 inches from the page edge, 12.5 by 18.25. So very large pages. It's a great condition book. And truthfully, I have several of these. So I am going to price these a little cheaper because I do have a few of them. There's not 10, there's like 3 or 4 that I would like to sell. So I'm going to price them a little bit cheaper because I have multiples. That doesn't often happen either. It has a beautiful label on the inside. It's a pink label. Very pretty. So there's that. This one's in great condition. I'm going to scoot it down so you guys can see the page edges as well as what's on the pages as best as we can. Opens to this. Starts in March of 1903. You can see this kind of ledger has all of the headers across the top. It has those tiny little boxes where we can do all the little figures, in one section, just regular lines. It's like a very antique spreadsheet, if you will, right? That's basically what this is. And so that's page after page of that. This one is all the way full to the best of my knowledge. But from 1903, we're 122 years old. It has in total, the pages are big, guys. It's like Italian paper size pages. It is 300 pages. Right there, 300 pages. That's the back page right there. There's nothing else there. 300 pages, all written in. Look at how tiny the writing is, though, and how neat the writing is. It's not sloppy. It's very fine French calligraphy. You've got lots of numbers if you like to play with numbers. This is a little more fancy French calligraphy. And I would love to hold this one up. I'm going to give it a try, but it's pretty heavy. And I'm taking somebody's stamp with me. Here we go. Oopsie. I'm trying. There we go. I can't hold it. But anyway, it's not a very clear picture tonight either. My internet has been super weird. I might be needing to make a phone call again, but it's a beautiful ledger. Looks like it ends in 1908. If this guy is for you, or if one of his cousins is for you, let me know. We'll type him in with a go here in just a second. But it's beautiful quality pages. The pages are clean. They're not grungied up. Like, yes, it's vintage, it's old, but they're not grungied up. Like even here, this is where it's sewn in. You just cut these little signature strings and the pages pull out. There's not really glue except for on the, there's like a cover over the signature, and that still pulls out perfectly fine with no effort really at all. But there's that. It's very clean, very nice. I'm going to show you the bottoms because I've been showing you the tops. Because sometimes the bottoms, they do get kind of grungy. This one is not. It is perfectly fine all the way through the book. Got little numbers all the way down there at the very, very bottom. So anyway, I'm going to type it in. We're going to do it. Okay. Big old book. If he's for you, we're going to do it. He's 300 pages. The page is a nice thick, it's probably like a 40, 50 pound, definitely more than 40, 50 pound-ish paperweight, and nice, I don't know, it's not crumbly. We're going to do it. Antique French whole ledger. And I'm going to copy that because we're going to have a few of them. Antique French whole, if I can type right, whole ledger. For 300 pages, let's do this guy for, let's do him for $650. I said I was going to make it a little bit cheaper. 300 pages, $650, and it's beautiful. So there it is. This is the actual one I have in front of me. However, if more people want one, then I can give you one of the other ones. They're all in this same condition. Some might be slightly fatter, but I believe they're all in the 300 page range. This one is Going Home with Christelle. Thank you, Christelle. There we go. Well, you guys will be seeing the cousins, it looks like. Either that or they'll become paper packs. One or the other. So thank you, Christelle. Appreciate that. It is a super good ledger. All right. So next up, something different. Ooh. This one is beautiful. Beautiful, right? This is one of the green suede ones. It has a red label on it. It says big ledger. Number 8, and it's from Paris. I love the fact that it has a Paris label on it. And in fact, I have multiples of these ones as well. These have the brass bolsters and brass corner protectors. Look at this, like, you know how we put like cover corner protectors on our journals? These ones are so much larger than what we use. This one, super nice deep green cover. The back is equally as pretty. I can't roll this one around on the desk. It's too heavy for me to do that, but the back is also beautiful. We're going to measure him. He's super fat. Like, his spine is a good 4-inch spine. He has a 4-inch spine. The page size, so not including the way that the pages are bowled out there, it's 12 inches across by 18 3/4. 12 by 18 3/4. I'm going to open it a little bit. This right here is more like rust. There's nothing rusty under it, but it is more like rust. So there's that. Opens up to this big, huge pages of marbled paper. I'm going to try to scoot it. There we go. It usually scratches my desk because it's brass. Now I'm going to try to move it a little bit. You guys can see there's 700 pages and it's from 1932. So this is the little cheat sheet. 700 pages from 1932. It has lovely headers up here at the top. They're nice, bold, dark stenciled headers. There you go. We've got a blank page. There is 1 or 2 sides, like it's not a complete blank page, but there is 1 or 2 sides here or there that are blank. But you can see this guy is a monster of stunning French ledger. So, you know, the header pages are always the most desirable. You know, as far as the newer ledger pages go, yes, if you were looking at something from, you know, 1700s, it'd be different. But the ones like this command a pretty penny. We've got some full pages. And again, you know, it looks like it's a blank page, but on the other side it is written. So there's that. And in total, there's 700 pages, so you're going to get a little bit of everything in here. It's very consistent throughout the whole book. There are no chunks of blank pages. When you see this, it has writing on the other side. This is blank on that side. So there's no chunks of blank. Even this one's got writing on the other side. Writing on the other side, writing on the other side. Even if it's just a little bit, there's still writing on it. So we're at 660. Very big, okay? These have to go in a special box when I ship them. And this is the very back here and the marble paper back there. And again, it has the brass on the back of it. The back is actually very clean and no rusty spots on the back whatsoever. So that's that guy. And I think I have 2 or 3, I don't know, but there's multiples of these as well. So if you guys are interested in this guy, we're going to do it. You guys saw what was in it. I'll close it. It's a big one, guys. It's a big one. So there's that. I'm going to type it in now. If he finds a new home tonight, great. But I will ship him in a special box. He can go FedEx. They're not generally, I mean, they're not hundreds of dollars unless you're international. We were seeing shipping for something this size. It can go to 70 to 90. It depends on your location. It may be more, it may be less, but you know, it's a big weighty book. It's probably 40, 50 pounds, just the book alone. The brass is super thick, so it all adds weight. Plus the book boards, you can't see, the thickness of the book boards is probably right around 1/4 inch, and it's solid wood. So when you take all the pages out of these, people ask me, like, what do you do when you take all your pages out, right? When you take all the pages out of these make awesome coffee tables. They make awesome desks. There is a man who is in France, and he has these, you know, covers from these ledgers. And I saw where he built a desk that has the lift up tray, that you open the tray to write down inside of the box. Like, he builds a wooden box frame around it. And then you lift this part up and you have writing space inside of that box, right? Because the front is open, so you can write in here as a little desk. End tables, you can open it up and there's a glass piece in here, and you've built a frame around it, and you've got like mementos, you know, like a curio box, that kind of thing. So we're going to do it. I'm just going to say big green antique French ledger whole. It's suede on the cover, if you didn't know. I forget, not everybody watches me forever. So anyway, he is going to be, we're going to do him at, I'm going to do him at $1,400. That is a very good price for 700 pages and this kind of a ledger. The ledgers that were made like this with the green suede and the brass things, these were extremely expensive books to make at the time. And they were only made by the best ledger bookmaker kind of place. The paper quality that is inside of here is very thick and sturdy paper. It's nice paper. I love to use it in journals. I have several of these books already, including the ones I just got. So very, very nice, sturdy paper, thick, lovely to use for signatures. If you are using the ones with the header in a journal, it's nice to fold it right in half right here for your journal pages. And then you've got the header on both pages that are flipping in your journal. And then you cut it off to make it the height of your journal. And you still have a whole nother page down here that goes in a journal as well. So every one of your 700 pages, you're really getting at least 2 pages in a journal. There's that. Rhonda, you really are challenging me for how many ledgers you have versus how many ledgers I'm going to have. I'm joking. But Rhonda, I appreciate that. Thank you. That's one of each of those gone, and I appreciate that because right now they're still in the entryway lined up against the wall. They haven't made it any further than that. Thank you, Rhonda. He's got your name on him. If you're getting a big box already, I guess you just might as well get, you know, a little bit bigger of a box, right, Rhonda? Is that how it works? Your name is inside in there. I don't want to stick it to the suede. It probably scratched. I don't know. It's big. A little one, but it's not bad. Okie doke. There's those. That and that. Okay. Oh my gosh. I need to do tiny little cleanup because there's some paper crumbs and some dirt and dust and everything else that comes from handling all the old stuff. This is an old baby wipe that I have cleaned this desk off with before. So it's dry now. I just thought it'd be better than the Swiffer. Cool. Thank you guys. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay. So a water break. What I really want is a baby wipe break. Because I still have glue on my fingers from filming a video. And it's starting to annoy me because it's like half peeling off my fingers, but not, it won't come off all the way because I have to actually go scrub it off. Yeah. It's occupational hazard, right? Okay. Water break right now. Definitely. Let's move on to look at some different things. We looked at some of the big ledgers. I'm going to show you guys some smaller things now. We have smaller ledgers. We have things that aren't ledgers. We need to put those away. Whoops. Sorry. I dropped it and it was loud. Okie doke. Let's do these books. So for handwritten books, it's not kit day today, next week. And I will probably tell you guys, like in Facebook and all the places when I have a new kit. Not kit day today. Let's look in here. I have some beautiful handwritten books that we can look at. Some fancies. I have 3 of these. These 2 we've offered before and they were $95, and I have this one now that kind of goes with them. It's different, but kind of. And then I have 2 that are super fat, like chunky monkeys, super fat. And these are handwritten books. These 2 have labels on the spines, and these 3 are very similar. Similar thickness. So we're going to do these ones first. The O and the P, I guess this is a P. I thought it was an R. An O and a P. These ones were $95, and inside of them, the spine is loose right here. You can see these little tabs used to come over and hold it together there. The spine, we're going to take it apart, so it doesn't really matter to us. But anyway, the date on these is 1901. They are handwritten notebooks, basically. They're hardback notebooks, but anyway, they're all full of beautiful French handwriting. There is some blank pages in there. And for whatever reason, they wrote on half of the page on one side of the page, and they wrote on the other half of the page on the other side of the page. So for us, this is actually ideal, because if you're going to fold this page and put it into a journal, like it's been folded right here, so that's why I can just do it. But if you're going to put it into a journal, you're going to have blank handwriting. You're going to open it up. You're going to blank and handwriting. So I think it works really well for us to put into journals. So there's that. That's what that looks like. O is very similar. O has some little like science diagrams. I think this was like studying to become a doctor or something. So there is some other, diagrams and whatever in here. This one is not the O one. Like this is actually very pretty. The O one is not only written halfway, it's written all across the page. So there's that. You can claim O or you can claim P. O was the one with the diagrams in it. T is right here. T, dated, it starts in 1900, but he doesn't have a date. I'm assuming it's close to 1901 like the other ones. And this one is from the same student, It looks like the pages are all written, you know, halfway like the first one. And there are some little diagrams here or there within this one. So that's those three. And there's a lot of pages in there. I mean, I don't know how many, but there is a lot. They're not numbered from what I can see. But there's a lot. Back here, there is a little piece of ephemera. It's like a lesson or notes or something. Okay, so there's that. Just claim by the letter if you want one of these. I'm going to leave them 95 for all of them. And claim by the letter if you want one. Okay, so these are antique French notebooks. Again, they're hardback notebooks. They're 95. And there's the go. And Rhonda's claiming the T. Perfect, Rhonda. Thank you. I lost my sticky notes. Rhonda. And that's Rhonda Show. And the T is gone. Thank you, thank you. Wenwei, which one would you like? The T is gone. And you came in after Rhonda, so the T's gone. If there's a different one, let me know. But we have O and P. If you want diagrams, there's diagrams in O. If you want more just the handwriting, that's what P is. And these are black cloth covered. I have calligraphy tips, but they're not in a sale in the immediate future. They will be in a sale soon, but it's probably going to be a couple of weeks. I have a lot of other things I need to get through because the large things are taking up space and the small things aren't. I promise we will do them. I have packs of assorted different calligraphy tips for your dip pens. I just need time to get to them, find them, get them out, and then I'll bring them. Wendy is going to claim the O. Okay, perfect. That's Wendy L. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. I know, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I know when you guys want things, and I wish I could just be like, oh, here it is. But if you knew what a mess the storage was, you would understand. And I know that you guys are patient and kind about it, and I appreciate that. So then it looks like Christelle claimed the P, and we're done with those. Thank you guys. Now we have the two giant ones. So they're not the same size book. This one in the front is a little bit smaller of a book. See how this one sticks out? It's a little bit smaller size-wise overall, but it's also smaller thickness. So I just want to say that. We're going to call this one the A and this one the B. So A is your number 13. B is your number 12. Okay. There's that. They are green marbled hardback notebooks again. They're dated 1823 to 1825. And this one here is dated 1879 to 1880. And the A one, so this is your A book. A. There's a little bit of ephemera in here in the front. And it's like got a play written. There's a play right here. Or so it looks like a play. It might be an original play, might be a play we know. I don't know, but there's a play written here in the front. Then we go here, and this is more like language. So again, it's a student's notebook, but this is from Joseph. It looks like Joseph Hartman is his name. And this is his notebook. So as you guys can tell, very, very nice notebook. Full of beautiful handwriting. Lots of things all bound together. You guys seeing what I'm seeing? There's a reason why I have been holding these for a little while, and it's because they're so dang beautiful. And I want to keep all the things, but you know, reality is what reality is. We only have space for what we have space for. So all of these different little notebooks are all bound in here. All beautiful handwriting, but there is also super fancy, this is hand done, this is not printed, super fancy calligraphy pen work. And there was even better ones than this in here. So this is something, you know, yeah, you're going to take it apart. You're going to use the pages. There's an awful lot of good scannable. You can't even see the detail on that one, but there's little tiny, you know, little tiny embellishments all through here. So obviously it's studies, right? Whatever he was learning. But look, so beautiful. All hand done. You know, the time that it probably took to do these. So beautiful. This is all hand done. I mean, this is a this is a beautiful page. I need to scan this, but I will not. I will hold off. But look. And we didn't even look through every page, so I don't know what's going to be in here. You guys are going to find the treasures. Like, this is hand done. Beautiful hand done. You guys are going to find the treasures. So anyway, there's two. This is the first one. It has a lot of pages in it. They're not numbered, obviously, because it's ginormous. Or maybe they are numbered, because this is 537 right here. I see some little pencil scribbles of hand numbers. It's not numbered for these ones, but it's numbered to 600 here. So anyway, that's that one. Possibly 600 pages. There's A. B. B is this one. Again, beautiful. And they're in great condition. They're clean. They're in very nice condition. This one has some beautiful penmanship as well. This is hand done. All hand done. You know, this is before TV and video games, when people actually, like, you know, they were bored. So they sat down and did beautiful calligraphy penmanship. No, I don't really know, but I'm just saying. It's beautiful. There's a couple pages like that one there. Again, a book of handwriting. There was some music here. Music. You know, I'm not going to go page by page. I do want you guys to discover things in here as well. I know there's something there. So there's two. One smaller, one's larger. There's different paper things bound in here because the paper texture is different as well. This one has just roughly over 500 pages. It looks to me like he was in the process of maybe gonna do some more of these kind of things. If I can turn it with one hand. These kind of things on these blank pages, and maybe just didn't get around to it. Who knows? There is one right here, which is why I was thinking maybe he was going to do more, but that's what I've got. Two big, beautiful, fancy fancies. And look at the way the lines are. These lines are hand done, and look at the perfection on that. And this one is different. I love these. I know, I wish they could stay with me forever, but they cannot. So anyway, not rag paper. It's 1879 to 1886, I believe that says for this one. And then this one over here, there are some parts of it that are rag paper. Both of them have some pages that are rag paper, but not for most of it, no. This one over here was dated 1823 to 1825. And this one has a lot of different papers all bound together. They both do. There are some sections that might have some rag paper content. Like I can feel this guy has a little different. This guy does. So I'm just going to say no, but it's not the same book. Like all the papers are from different sources and then all bound together in this. So there they are. We're going to do A and B. A for 600 pages. B for 500 pages. Let's do them for, I'm going to do A for 400. There's an awful lot of pretty things in them. And B, I'm going to do for 300. There is 100 less pages. There still is pretty things, but just a little bit different of a book. So there we go. There's that one. I will put it in with a go. And the A1, let's show you my favorite one and this one. They're kind of similar. A and B. Antique French. I'm going to call these fancy notebooks. And there's just going to be a go because the A is the 400, the B is the 300. And there's that. So if you're into those, let me know. You're going to have French calligraphy handwriting paper for forever. There's 500 pages and 600 pages. So there's an awful lot in there. Okie doke. So first in with her super fast internet is Rhonda. And Rhonda's going to take the A book. She really did like that comment about if you're already getting a big box, you might as well just get a bigger box. Thank you, Rhonda. I appreciate it. And then the B book. I don't know if anybody claimed B book. B book might be still available. Everybody liked A. Jerry wanted A. Marilyn wanted A. Kendall wanted A. Wendy wanted A. Another Wendy. Oh, Wendy did want B. Wendy L wants B. Awesome. Wendy L, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it very much. You're helping me not hoard some of the things I've been hoarding. Okay, next up. Excuse me. Goodness. I have hiccups now. Super fun. Let's look at this guy, because I don't know what he is. Let's not. Let's not and say we did. This guy needs to find a home because he's in my way. So this right here is not French that I'm aware of. And he's not in great condition either, as you can see. So obviously a photo album. He does have a latch right here that if the book was small enough to fit, it would latch. So there is a hole that goes over this pin, but you know, it's got some condition problems. And so it's not, this side is off the book board and it's not up high enough to actually get it to latch, but the metal piece is here. The metal piece is here. So it has a latch. It has a, you know, a horseshoe latch to go with the horseshoe cover. The cover is falling apart, but it is one of those old leather that's embossed and debossed kind of covers. This is a large photo album measuring 8.5 inches by 11, well, 10 3/4 inches. This is going to get sold whole. However, I think, you know, you're going to deconstruct this. It's got some beautiful pages. This is gold in here. I don't know if I can get it to show for you, but it's gold. Golden pink, really. And then you've got a super large frame here. Of course, you know, we've got some little condition issues. Throughout the book, you're going to have condition issues. But I think these pages are fun to play with. And so you've got different sized openings here. And so you got a bunch of pages because it's a big photo album. And you can play with them and repurpose them however you would like. But I liked this one because you've got the super big, the regular cabinet card size. These ones are the CDV size, again with the big ones, and then CDVs. And how I use these is I would just cut them up and then use these on the front covers, or you can, put them as pockets, whatever. The way that they work is you can slide a photo in and out of the window. If you haven't, ever had one of these before, the window is open here. It's got a piece of paper that's sliding in and out of the window. So you can take this little piece of paper out if you want. See how it's like sliding out the bottom down here? It slides in and out. So you can leave it open and use it as a window in a journal. You can put a photo in it or an image, a printed image in it, and use it on a journal cover. But you also have the oval ones, and the oval ones are really hard to find. So there's a lot of different things in here. This is a piece from inside of there. A lot of different sized pieces in here, and it's a big album cover. So there's that. We're going to do it. It's been in my way for a long time, so it needs to find a new home. The different size shapes are cool. They really are. So this is an antique photo album. And I'm saying it's American. I got it here, so I would assume it is American. Antique photo album. Obviously it's in rough shape, but most of them don't have a latch at all anymore. So there's that at least. I think you could salvage some of this and repurpose it with that horseshoe latch. That would be also cool. Let's do this one let's do it for $45. I think there's an awful lot of material there for $45. And that one went to Jenny T. Thank you, Jenny. I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you. Okie doke. Moving on, I'm going to do some smaller things now. Let me slide these over here and make myself a bundle of themes. We're going to look at all of this loveliness. Lovely, lovely, lovely things. I am going to cut up a bunch of them when I actually have time to do it. And then I plan on sitting down and doing videos with you guys about how to use old photo albums. So I'll give you some inspiration when I can get to taking mine apart and cutting down the frames. Okie doke. In here, this we've offered before. It's a little ledger. We had giant ones today. This one was $3.75. It's dated 1882 and 1883. That's what it looks like. It's got a green suede spine. It's green marbling on this side, but it's one of the lesser expensive ledgers, and it is a good size for junk journal because not everyone wants a gigantic page or a gigantic book to have to find a place to store. So, little ones are good options too. And on the inside, we open to this from 1882. There's some blank pages in here. It goes to 300 pages. 290 pages. For whatever reason, 290 pages. Blank pages are beautiful. We'll scoot it up so you can see a little bit more. There it is. Blank pages are beautiful. Nice section of blank. And then writing. So about half written in, half blank. So if you're looking for something a little less expensive, but yet, this is absolutely stunning calligraphy here. If you're looking for that, there's that. Little bit of everything. And nice paper. Like this is the normal kind of paper that we're used to putting in junk journals as pages. Good size. I'll measure it I think, did I? I don't even know if I did. So it is 7 3/4 by 11 3/4. So a weird size, but basically about a size of a piece of paper, 8.5 by 11, a little bit larger than that. I'm going to discount him tonight just because, you know, he needs to find a new home. So we're just going to make him a new tag. I don't like writing on the books once it's on there. Anyway, we're going to do him tonight for $3.25. I took $50 off, and hopefully he finds a new home for $3.25. I don't know what is up with the lighting in here. It has been super strange all night long. So anyway, here's this antique French whole ledger, a small one. And it's $3.25 to the first person who says me. After this, I have some documents and some document bundles. If somebody wants one of those, he's going to Terry M. Thank you, Terry. I appreciate that. Okay, so it's 40 minutes until we wrap up. And I can tell you guys that we will not be making it to more fabric samples tonight, sadly. They're buried, and I don't physically have the strength for it. So fabric samples, if that's what you're hanging out for, I'm just going to throw it out there. I promised to bring them back. Unfortunately, I did not get to them today. I didn't have as much time at home today because of the doctor's visit with my son to pull them out and prep them anyway. So they're still where they were yesterday or Tuesday. Just bear with me. I will get them out and get them ready, and we will do them soon. But I don't have the strength to do it after a whole day right now. I had to pull my chair out because my back is hurting me. So that's that. With fabric samples, just bear with me. I promise we'll do them. I will try to make it sooner than later. This guy I'd also offered once before. He is an antique French folio of all that robin's egg blue rag paper pieces inside of it. And it's just a bunch of very different things. Like this one here seems to be some sort of accounting on one side like this, but on the inside in here, it's more of like a business letter or something that was written to somebody from 1805, but it's robin's egg blue rag paper. This is a little booklet that's robin's egg blue rag paper. So basically, almost everything in here is robin's egg blue. This is a robin's egg blue ledger. It's a small little ledger. Of course, you know, it's got that beautiful old rag paper that we love with that deckled edge off to the side. So there's a whole little ledger in here for you. Then we've got some more accounting paperwork, some small little slips that are robin's egg blue. This one here is cream, but it's in here, and you know, whatever was in here, I left in here. I'm not going to take things out just because they're not blue. But then we get back to blue here. This is more of that ledger that's in the front. So there's all kinds of ephemera tucked in here, and all of this ephemera is in here. So all of that is one, all of this is one ledger with ephemera in it. And there's the cover for it. And then we get to the second robin's egg blue ledger that's in here. And it's this one. You can see, you know, this is the ivory color that you're used to seeing antique paper. This is the robin's egg blue. So it's a super dark, beautiful robin's egg blue. But a lot of ledger stuff going on in here. And a lot of pages. I don't know how many because I didn't count them, but there's a lot of pages in here. So I know you guys like the blue. I love the blue too. And we don't often find ledgers that are like this. Super dark blue color like this, but I haven't even really gone into the ledger. There's still a big old chunk of it here of pages. So there's that. Then off to this side, you've got this. This is the cover for the next little folio of stuff. This is, again, the robin's egg blue, but this is super, super dark. And it's got some little notes written on it. You've got another little bunch of accounting here. It's dated 1796. There's that.
This is really cream colored, different shades of cream, and a little bit of that in here is fine. So there's that. Then more blue, one little cream paper. So if you're into blue, this is an awesome bundle for you. I have offered it once before, and sadly, I had 2 other ones. The other 2 sold. This one remained. Although I think this one might be my favorite. The other one had just staggers of papers that were layered up really cute. This one is just more about the paper. A couple little blank page there. This is a lighter robin's egg blue, but not cream. Again, the lighter robin's egg blue. So there's just a bunch in here. And then you have a folio of cream in the back. So this is the cream color, and this is robin's egg blue. You can see it's very dark robin's egg blue in this one. And that little cream, this is like that ledger that I have pages out of in that pack for you guys. There's that. Jane, I don't. That was the only one of that bundle. That had been here for years and years, and it just needed to find a new home. So this is the way I got it. This is the way I am, sharing it with you guys. And whatever is in there is what you get. You can see it is a good chunk of robin's egg blue stuff. And each one of these single pages is a minimum of $20, pretty much anywhere that you go and look, because these are old from the very early 1800s. And so this is how we're going to sell it, just as one bundle. Okay. One bundle. This is robin's egg blue French document / ledger bundle. Again, there's several smaller ledgers in there, and we're going to do it for the same price I offered it before, which was $7.50. If it doesn't go and I take these apart and I sell them by the page, we have sold blue robin's egg blue pages for $20. We've sold them for $28. We've sold them for $36. We've sold them as high as $45 before, depending on the writing that's on them. They do sell and people do love them. There's different collectors out there, whatever. So $7.50 is what we're asking for this one, and he is in right now. Sorry. Water time, apparently. I think I'm running out of steam. And then we will talk about Tuesday, because I won't be here tomorrow, but I will be back on Tuesday. Okay, so there's that. I will make a tag, because I believe Christelle's claiming him, but I am not sure. Christelle, are you claiming him? I think Christelle is claiming him. Christelle, I've got your name on him. Let me know if that's incorrect, because you're just before the go, but sometimes that happens on my side. I don't know. We'll see. Nobody else has come in for him, so I'm just going to set him right there. He'll be safe and sound until she lets me know. Yes, she's saying me. Okay, perfect. Thank you. I appreciate that. Sticking with the blue paper theme, I have some blue paper here. There's these, which I only have these couple of, and then we have some of the other, document styles. But there's 2 bundles of these type of blue papers. You can see these are really, really blue. They're more, turquoisey but dark robin's egg blue. They're copies of, so when I say copy, it's a handwritten copy of official court documents for the Republic of France. So they don't come up very often. I think you guys can see the embossed copies seal right here. Then they have stamps right here. Beautiful handwriting. I'm going to A and B these unless they are the same number of pages, but 1 page, 2 pages, 3 pages, 4, 5, 6 pages. So there's 6. Dated 1896 there. This is the next one. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pages here as well. And this one is dated 1896 as well. So that's those. They used to be folded like this. They are sisters, basically. So I think we're just going to do them random because I don't think it matters. They both have the embossed. They have all the same stamps on them. So we're going to do 6 pages of these. We're going to do them at, I'm going to do them at 50. These do not come up very often, and when they do, they have been claimed before. And I pulled these out of a big box of documents that I got and was happy to find them. So these are antique French, handwritten blue documents. They're $50 and they just went in now. If you want one, let me know. The lag is really weird today. Uh-oh. Try going out and coming back in if your lag is super bad and you're struggling with it. It does help. It kind of refreshes the whole thing. Okay. So for this one, Linda Ray is first in. So Linda Ray is going to get this guy here. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. And then after that for Linda, we've got Lena. Lena and Linda. Thank you, girls. Guys. I tried to say girls and it just doesn't go out the same way. I'm just going to keep calling you guys guys. Somebody was making fun of me in the Facebook group the other day because I say guys and I call all the things him or he or whatever. I don't know. I just tried saying girls. I can't do it. It's not for me. All right. So next up. Oh, I forgot about those. Okay. So we have this. This is all bound together as one. My neighbor's dog or somebody's dog outside is freaking out. I don't know what's going on. Hopefully you guys can't hear it, but it's very loud. This is all bound together as one bundle of documents. These are super old documents. I don't know the date yet. I'll have to look, but I believe this is 1700s paper, so we'll see. Very old, nice documents. They're all different documents. Like this is a different handwriting than this. So I'm not sure what it pertains to. This is robin's egg blue in here, but it is a lighter robin's egg blue. I think you can kind of see the difference of shading. So there's that. You do have quite a bit of blue paper in this one, which is why I pulled it for tonight. But look at this up here at the top. Like that's beautiful. Very, very beautiful. And again, robin's egg blue. And I can't tell if this is one piece of paper because it's very thick. I guess it's one. Written on the back. You've got lots of fancy signatures in here too on different things. Lots of different fancy stamps. This right here is not dated there. I mean, it is, but not in the way I can make it out. So there's that. A couple of these. And this stamp I actually don't have in my collection, which is probably why I bought this one, but I cannot hoard all the things. Again, a couple beautiful stamps. I haven't really seen too many of these ones either. It has angel wings. Hopefully you guys can see the angel wings. So anyway, this is cream colored document here. And then we get back to this. The date on that one, I believe it's when they had the different dating system. Like not our calendar year. Somebody thought it was a great idea to redo the dates, the years in France at some point, and it has messed up my dating system very much. So this is robin's egg blue. This is robin's egg blue. I'll let you know when I find a date I can make out. This is 1790 robin's egg blue. Very beautiful, all rag paper, the super old kind of rag paper that we like. This is a big robin's egg blue document with many pages in it. Many, many, many. You got the back cover back here. This is super dark robin's egg blue, like we had in that other one that Christelle just claimed. Super dark robin's egg blue. And it's got several pages bundled here. There we go. Beautiful. There's some little documents here that are also Robin's Egg Blue. And I'm taking my time with it because it's important just to kind of learn. This is how things come from France a lot. And I'm excited to get them when they're like this because a lot of times somebody else has already taken them apart. This is Robin's Egg Blue, but lighter. And so it's nice to see them in their original state. Like, you know, a lot of times, you know, many other people already took it all apart. And when you're buying this one tonight, you're buying it exactly as it's been bound for hundreds of years, which is kind of cool. You get the original. You get to be the first person to take it apart if you're going to. This is a very dark Robin's Egg Blue color document. And I won't go through page by page, you know, for much else, but this one is 4 pages. This one here is 4 pages. Then we've got more cream, more Robin's Egg. And this was a huge document here. Lots of pages. You can see the dates are all in 1700s. It is a 1700s kind of a bundle. If there is 1800s, it's very early. All Robin's Egg Blue. This is multi-page Robin's Egg Blue. This is Robin's Egg Blue here, and there's multi-pages in this bundle. Multiple pages, 4 or so in this one. Multiple pages here as well. So there is another bundle with lots and lots of Robin's Egg Blue. This one is a very interesting writing style. Sorry, I'm kind of scooted off camera there. And then the back. And then we're done. But that's that huge bundle. There's a lot of pages in there. a lot. And a lot of stamps and nice fancy things in there. So I'm going to scroll down to the bottom. The edges, I know. Like, you can't fake this perfect little curl right here. And this, while it looks like tape or something, it's just the way that it's aged and oxidized from sitting out. This was exposed to air because the, you know, the cover didn't cover it down there. That's just the way it is. It's beautiful. And look at this. Like, I don't know how to show it to you, but look. These are our favorite edges. Anyway, this is a big bundle, bigger than the last bundle, and we're going to type it in now. I'm going to call it Robin's Egg Blue, but you saw most of it was Robin's Egg Blue document bundle. Okay, if you want this one, because of the stamps, because of the thickness, because of how many documents it is, this one is going to be $8.50. And there's the go for that one. I honestly do not have this one in my collection or this one. They're very beautiful. Very beautiful stamps. That guy there. I don't know why I haven't seen that one or had it before. Surely I would have thought I would have. But anyway, there's that. It's beautiful. All right. He gets to stay with me. I'm not sad. I will make him a tag, though, because I'll forget. There he goes. All right. We're going to put him off to the side. And, yeah, I know. But honestly, in this country, maybe in Victorian times, we had some, you know, calligraphy in schools, of course. But in France, they taught that fancy calligraphy like that for far longer than they did in our country. And that's why we can find that super, super old fancy calligraphy documents and stuff like that in our country. They didn't teach it very long. We're not as old of a country. There's many things to consider there, but I have some other larger document bundles. These are not Robin's Egg Blue, but they're super fat, chunky bundles of French documents in various ages. We'll do them one at a time, but I just wanted to show you. I have 3 of these tonight. This guy here is dated, I don't know, but he has ephemera inside of him. This guy here is dated 1852. So 1852, and he's just a ton of pages of handwriting. This guy is dated 1870, and he is a bunch of different things bound together, but most of his documents look like this. We've seen digitals that look like this. I have some that look like that, but these is a folder of legal documents, but there is a bunch of folders of legal documents bound together here. All of the documents are multi-pages. So there's another one, another one. Ooh, look at that. That's beautiful. So yeah, this is what these are. We're going to do this one because I pretty much just showed it to you. 1870, it's got a blue lawyer stamp right there. Notary stamp right there. Goodness. I don't know how many pages, but you guys can see it's a bunch. You see a bunch of pages. I know, Carrie, I'm right behind you, I think. I have had a long day too. Let's do this guy. And he is an antique French document bundle. He's not blue. He's just regular ivory color. This is super chunky. Truthfully, that's a legal cover right there. This is a legal cover right here. This is a legal cover right there. There's even small documents in here. Small documents. And this is a legal cover here. So there's at least 4 of the folded A4 size or bigger legal documents in there. I'm going to ask $160 for him. And there he is. $160. Thank you for hanging out with me tonight and staying. I know you guys are tired too. Thursdays is a lot different than Mondays or Tuesdays. We're all kind of tired there. I appreciate you guys though. Thank you so much for hanging out. And this was the first Thursday that we had a sale. And I think as more and more people hear that we are having a sale on Thursday as well as on Tuesday, it'll be a little bit different as far as chat being full of people chatting away all the time too. That helps. It helps pass the time a little bit too. All right. So there's that. We did him. I made him a tag. He can stay here as well. And then we have this guy. This guy is from 1852. He's the one with all that beautiful calligraphy inside of him. Just tons and tons of pages. There are stamps inside of here as well. Every folio will have a stamp on it. So all the folios. This is rag paper. It's beautiful paper. And that's what you got. And I don't know how many pages, but again, it's a thick. These are the thickest ones of these I have. They were held for this purpose. So let's do this one. This one. This guy, because he's 1850s, a little bit different layout of a document, we're going to do him for $200. There is many, many documents bound together in here. They will all have a stamp on every folio. I mean, there's probably at least 50 pages in here. It's really chunky. And if you were paying $200 for a ledger like this, it'd be, you probably do that all day long. But this is just legal documents. And it depends on whether you want, the fancy stamps and the handwriting or whether you want the numbers. But this one. So when you're seeing it not have a stamp, this is the way these work. It doesn't have a stamp here because this is a folio. And the other half of this page is up here somewhere. And it does have a stamp on it. Like right there. This is one folio. Well, it's a one signature, but anyway, you know what I mean. There's that. Okay. There's that one. I think we're all about ready for bed. I don't even know if I can do junk food snacking tonight. I think we're all about ready for bed. Oh my gosh. So I'm going to save whatever else I have pulled here for another night. I'm going to flip this camera back around. We are going to say our good nights because I feel like we're all just about there. I feel like we're all just about there. So let me turn this camera back around. I'll say my good nights. And I will see you guys on Tuesday because remember, tomorrow I'm not here. Before I say goodnight, does anyone officially, does anyone have any questions for me that they need me to answer or address right here before we say goodnight? Let me get this camera flipped back around. There we go. So does anyone have any questions for me before I say goodnight? Oh my gosh. I know, can't eat after midnight. And I'm not really tired. I'm not really hungry. I'm just tired. It's not a big deal. Don't stress about it. It's something really small and routine, I guess. Yeah. It'll be fine. Totally fine. When you buy something, do you have to pay shipping separate? Yes, you do. The prices never include shipping because I have no idea of knowing how much stuff you're going to buy, what it will cost to ship all of it, until after so we do invoicing and shipping every 4 sales. And so you get to shop 4 live sales in a row before you're invoiced and packed and shipped. And so if I started to add money to the price of items to cover shipping, I don't know whether you're the buyer who's going to fill a flat rate box or you're the buyer who's just going to buy one and then we're going to have to ship it for $8. You know what I mean? There's no way a live sale can do free shipping. Shipping is astronomically expensive for me, just like it is for you guys. So shipping is always extra. I pay the shipping to get the stuff to me from France. So I don't ask you guys to pay that. I just pay it, right? It's just part of doing business. To get the stuff here, I have to pay. To get the stuff to you, you have to pay. That kind of thing. All right. So I don't see any other questions. I think we're good. I will see you guys on Tuesday. We will have a whole new live sale on Tuesday. I am working on something a little bit different for Tuesday. Next week, I'm hoping to have a journal kit. I should have a journal kit as long as everything else is fine around here. I should have a journal kit for you guys. It's the new junk journal kit for July that we will actually sell next week, and then we will ship it so that you get it before the 1st of July or the first Friday of July. That way we can build that journal in July. All right. I think that's it, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate all of your support, your kindness, your patience with me. If you haven't sent over your information yet and registered with the new texting system, please take a moment to look at the description box below the video and take care of that so that I have your information. All of that kind of stuff just speeds up the process when we do get to the point of invoicing. Arizona is where I ship from. Yep. Everything I'm selling, even though it's all French antique, I already bought it at the flea markets in France and had it shipped to me. And then I sell and ship it from Arizona. So that way you guys are paying US shipping, not shipping from France or Canadian or wherever you are, right? Like some New Zealand, Australia, wherever you are, you're paying shipping from Arizona to you. Thank you guys. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I'll see you guys again soon. Tuesdays at 6. Thursdays also at 6, as long as my son doesn't have a doctor's appointment.